Chapter 757. A doppelganger. At this time, Zetian's strength shocked Yang Hongwu. He was too powerful. The places where the two demon gods attacked turned into nothingness. Damn it! Battle spirit possession. Yang Hongwu did not hesitate and activated his strongest combat power. Nine Dragon Saint Body. Not only did he activate the battle spirit possession, but he also released the most powerful Nine Dragon Saint Body. Pangu's power. Condense. Even if Yang Hongwu activated the power of the Nine Dragons Saint Body, the Nine Dragons' dragon soul roared in the void, and a huge power soared to the sky, but there was no way to resist the terrifying power of Zetian. Divine Dragon Destruction. The majestic power condensed into the physical body of a divine dragon and rushed out. Bang! The two monstrous forces collided with each other, setting off a huge shockwave. The shockwave that erupted from this terrifying force shattered everything in the surroundings. The ground was shattered layer by layer and collapsed. The space also collapsed. The space had no way to resist the impact of this terrifying force. This force had exceeded the limit of space. Yang Hongwu's body was sent flying by the huge force. Zetian was also not in a good condition. He was also sent flying by this powerful force. After stabilizing, Yang Hongwu's eyes burst out with cold light, and his aura locked on Zetian. Demon Killing Finger. The majestic magical power burst out and condensed into a huge finger. This finger seemed to be condensed from the immemorial divine realm. It was an ancient power that could destroy all evil. Golden light shrouded the world. A mysterious divine sound faintly resounded between heaven and earth. Divine light burst out, and ancient gods appeared in the void. The real power of the demon-killing finger had awakened. It summoned the real ancient gods' phantoms. How is this possible? Zetian's eyes widened when he saw the phantoms of the ancient deities. He turned pale with fright. Those were the real ancient deities, not the so-called deities of the deities' realm or the so-called gods of heaven. These were true ancient gods. Each of them could control the power of the world and could destroy countless worlds with a flick of their fingers. The phantoms of the demon gods that Zetian had summoned were no match for the real gods' phantoms. In an instant, it was crushed and shattered by the huge finger and the golden divine light. It completely disappeared into the void, as if it had never been born. Then Yang Hongwu's golden finger hit Zetian's chest. Zetian's body shook, and a huge hole appeared in his chest. The finger shattered Zetian's heart and turned it into nothingness. Yang Hongwu, you are indeed worthy of being my opponent, my destined opponent. Zetian did not show the fear of death as Yang Hongwu had expected. Instead, he showed an incredulous smile. His body was dissipating, but he was very calm. Yang Hongwu, you did not disappoint me. However, you are not my opponent now. In the 5 extreme space, I will destroy you. The Jiutian Shidi is destined to crawl under my feet. No one can stop me. I will become the real master of the Jiutian Shidi. Ha ha. Ha ha. Yang Hongwu, you can't stop me. Moreover, you will become my strength and help me reach the real peak. I will take back your right hand. After saying that, Zetian's body completely disappeared into the void. Damn it, it's just the phantoms. Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. He had just consumed a lot of energy. At this time, his face was a little pale. A phantoms? Demon Saint Kongqiu's face changed. He did not expect that Zetian would be so terrifying. It was just the phantoms. It could be seen that Yang Hongwu and Zetian were rivals. They had known each other for a long time. Who is that guy? Demon Saint Kongqiu looked at Yang Hongwu and said, how can he be so terrifying? Demon Saint Kongqiu was shocked by Yang Hongwu's growth. This guy's strength had increased tremendously. The last time he saw him, his strength was far from this level. Moreover, his strength was even more terrifying now. His physical body was not simple at all. Plus, his finger just now had summoned the phantom of an ancient god. Although it was just a trace of his strength, it was still very terrifying. If Yang Hanwu wanted to kill him, Demon Saint Kong Chiu believed that he could not stop him. That guy is called Zetian. He is the reincarnation of a terrifying devil. Yang Hanwu did not hide anything and said directly. What? Are you kidding me? Demon Saint Kong Chiu sucked in a breath of cold air. That was just the reincarnation of a devil's consciousness. Then, how terrifying would that devil's true body be? Do you know about the soul-suppressing tablet? Yang Hanwu asked. Soul-suppressing tablet? The legendary weapon of heaven and earth? An existence that surpasses Panga's axe? Demon Saint Kong Chiu was shocked. Weapon of heaven and earth? The soul-suppressing tablet is known as the weapon of heaven and earth. It is the strongest existence among the soul weapons. It is even stronger than Panga's axe. In the Chaos 3 worlds, Panga's axe is a chaos spiritual treasure. In the 9 heavens and 10 earths, the soul-suppressing tablet is known as the weapon of heaven and earth. In other words, it is an existence that surpasses Emperor weapons. Demon Saint Kong Chiu said. Surpasses Emperor weapons, weapon of heaven and earth. Yang Hanwu had always thought that the soul-suppressing tablet was just a super-powerful Emperor weapon. He did not expect that the soul-suppressing tablet was an existence that surpassed Emperor weapons. You mean to say that the soul-suppressing tablet surpasses Panga's axe and is equivalent to the chaos treasure of the Chaos 3 worlds? Yang Hanwu asked. Panga's axe was known as the chaos spiritual treasure in the Chaos 3 worlds. Something that was even stronger than the chaos spiritual treasure was the chaos treasure. No, it is a level higher than the chaos treasure. Demon Saint Kong Chiu said, the level of the Panga's axe is called the chaos level. The level that surpasses the chaos level is called the primordial level. The complete soul-suppressing tablet should be a primordial spiritual treasure. Demon Saint Kong Chiu said. Primordial spiritual treasure? Yang Hanwu took a deep breath. He did not expect that the origin of the soul-suppressing tablet would be so great. Forget it. Let's not think about it anymore. Even though the soul-suppressing tablet was good, Yang Hanwu did not care about it. After all, with his current strength, it was impossible for him to control it. Furthermore, there was a terrifying demon sealed within the soul-suppressing tablet. If he wanted to obtain the soul-suppressing tablet, he would have to eliminate that demon. However, eliminating that demon was easier said than done. If the soul-suppressing tablet was truly a treasure of that level, how terrifying would the strength of that demon be? How many years would he have to cultivate before he could reach that level? Chapter 758. Secret Palace. Where's the clear sky pagoda pearl? Yang Hanwu looked at Demon Saint Kong Chiu. This fellow wanted him to save him, but he wanted to give him a clear sky pagoda pearl. I don't have it. Demon Saint Kong Chiu said. Yang Hanwu's eyes shone with a cold light. Are you playing with me? Even though this was Kong Sheng's demonic doppelganger, so what? If he dared to play with him, he could still kill him. Yang Hanwu did not believe that if he killed this fella, Demon Saint Kong would really come back and attack him. Yang Hanwu knew that Kong Sheng was the same as the other sages of the 3 realms who came to the 9 heavens 10 earths. They were all no longer in the 9 heavens 10 earths. They should have gone to a higher level. Don't be agitated. Seeing Yang Hanwu's killing intent erupting out like an azura from hell, the devil Saint Kong Chiu was taken aback as well. This fellow's killing intent was even more terrifying than him, a devil cultivator. Just who in the world was he? Not agitated? Of course I won't be agitated. However, if you don't give me a reasonable explanation, I will really kill you. Yang Hanwu said coldly. Cough cough. Demon Saint Kong Chiu swallowed his saliva and coughed twice. The killing intent of this fellow was scary, really scary. Even though he had seen countless demons, he had never seen one as scary as this. The surrounding air seemed to have solidified. This was even scarier than the Zetian just now. Just what was up with this fella? Could this be the reason why his cultivation base could break through so quickly? Even though I don't have the clear sky pagoda pearl, the clear sky pagoda pearl is in this secret palace. Demon Saint Kong Chiu pointed at a formation in the distance. You're saying that this is a secret palace? Yang Hanwu looked ahead. The formation there was indeed strange. Clearly, it wasn't that simple. If it was an ordinary formation, Yang Hanwu would have seen through it long ago. But Yang Hanwu looked around and realized that this formation wasn't that simple. Yang Hanwu's array formation skills had greatly improved. In addition, even Maoer's delusion breaker I could not see through it. Then this array formation was really not ordinary. That's right. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have met that guy. The devil Saint Kong Chiu smiled bitterly. As the devil Dao avatar of Kong Sheng, he was naturally extraordinary. He had discovered this secret palace a long time ago. However, at that time, he wasn't strong enough. Coupled with the fact that he was being chased by the God-refining Great Emperor, he didn't have the time to come to this secret palace. But he didn't expect that he would encounter a freak like Zetian when he came here to explore the secret palace. If he didn't ask for help from Yang Hanwu, he would probably die here. How do you know that there is a clear sky pagoda pearl here? Yang Hanwu asked. The tower pearl I gave you before was obtained from here. The devil Saint Kong Chiu said, I suspect that the Clear Sky Emperor came here before. This secret palace might even be a place of inheritance of the Clear Sky Emperor. Clear Sky was a boy under Hongjun. Later on, he became the Jade Emperor. However, that was just a rumor. The real Clear Sky Emperor's strength was not that simple. His status was actually equal to that of ancestor Hongjun. Clear Sky was one of the 3,000 demon gods before Pangu created the world. During the chaos, each of the 3,000 chaotic demon gods represented a great way. This was the origin of the 3,000 great ways in the untainted three realms. The Clear Sky Emperor was one of the 3,000 chaotic demon gods. He was very powerful and extraordinary. The reason why he became a boy under ancestor Hongjun was because of a deal between the two of them. Clear Sky Emperor wasn't his real body, but just an avatar. Of course, there were only 3 people who knew about this. One was Hongjun, the other was Clear Sky himself, and the last was the Empress. Clear Sky Emperor? MHM, it's the Clear Sky Emperor. The strength of the Clear Sky Emperor is extremely terrifying. When Dao ancestor Hongjun came to the 9 heavens and 10 earths, he was at the same level as him. That Clear Sky Pagoda should be his treasure. Devil Saint Kong Chiu stated. Yang Hanwu had never been able to figure out the origin of the Clear Sky Pagoda. Even after the weapon spirit of the Clear Sky Pagoda, Xianyu, woke up, Yang Hanwu did not really know. Master, there is indeed my aura here. Xianyu appeared at this moment and communicated with Yang Hanwu through his mind. Alright, I'll believe you this time. Yang Hanwu said, how do I get in? I have no way to open this formation. Demon Saint Kong Chiu laughed bitterly. Back then, I borrowed his power to enter this place. Now that he has already left the 9 heavens 10 earths, the distance is simply too far. I have no way of borrowing his power anymore. Yang Hanwu knew who the devil Saint Kong Chiu was talking about. It was the real Kong Sheng. Get out of the way. Since he had no other way, Yang Hanwu could only try using the formation breaking pill and restriction breaking pill. One by one, the pills flew out and turned into bright beams of light that landed in the surroundings. Yang Hanwu threw out a series of hand seals. These were hand seals that complemented the formation breaking pill and restriction breaking pill. These hand seals were extremely mysterious. This was also something that Yang Hanwu had obtained from the pill mantra back then. As Yang Hanwu's strength increased, the power of these hand seals increased as well. But of course, the higher the grade of the pills that were cultivated, the easier it would be to break through formations and restrictions. Open for me. The meridians of Yang Hanwu's hands bulged out one by one as a boundless amount of energy burst out along the meridians of his arms. It formed into a gigantic hand seal. Boom! Coupled with those pills, the entire world quaked. A series of cracks appeared in the void as the formation was broken. A beam of light appeared as a terrifying aura leaked out from the formation. This terrifying energy formed a horrifying gale that blew the two of them off their feet. The trees and boulders in the surroundings were instantly crushed by this terrifying energy. What a terrifying energy! Holy Demon Kong Chio was shocked after dodging the impact of this terrifying energy. There wasn't such a terrifying impact the last time. Holy Demon Kong Chio was puzzled. Feeling that something was wrong, his face turned solemn. Seeing that Yang Hanwu was about to walk forward, he hurriedly said, "Be careful. The last time I went in, there wasn't such a terrifying energy leaking out." "It's fine." Yang Hanwu waved his hand. This formation was indeed terrifying. Even though he had broken through it, it was only a small crack. Furthermore, from the looks of it, this crack would be repaired soon. If he didn't go in now, it would take a lot of energy to go in after it was repaired. Yang Hanwu didn't have that much energy to waste. "There's no harm in being careful," Holy Demon Kong Chio said. Chapter 759. Haotian Devil Suppressing World here? After Yang Hanwu entered the secret palace, his body shook. Terrifying great devils filled the entire space. The strength of these devils was extremely terrifying. Each and every one of them was staring at Yang Hanwu. This caused Yang Hanwu to feel numb all over. What the hell is this place? This Devil Saint Kong Chio was also stunned. He never thought that he would encounter such a situation after entering this space. This is not right. The last time I came here, there weren't so many devils. Roar! Those horrifying fiends howled as they charged towards Yang Hanwu and Kong Chio, baring their fangs and brandishing their claws. "Let's go!" What kind of joke was this? These devils were too terrifying. There were too many of them and they were very powerful. Yang Hanwu knew that his battle spirit possession was about to end. Although he could resist them for a while, he wouldn't be able to resist them for too long. These devils were too weak. If there were only a dozen of them, he would be able to kill them. But now, it was impossible for him to do so. Who? Yang Hanwu took a deep breath and used Dragon Soaring 9 Heavens. Now that Yang Hanwu's strength was increasing rapidly, Dragon Soaring 9 Heavens was also increasing rapidly. It had already reached the highest realm. Dragon Soaring 9 Heavens was used. 9 divine dragons soared into the sky. After dozens of breaths of time, Yang Hanwu fled several hundred li away. Originally, Yang Hanwu planned to use the Void Shuttle secret technique. However, he was surprised to find that there was no way to travel in this space. He couldn't use the Yin-Yang 5 Revolutions Void Shuttle. This made Yang Hanwu incomparably depressed. What the hell was this place? Even the Yin-Yang Void Shuttle couldn't be used. However, fortunately, Yang Hanwu managed to get rid of those devils. He looked at Devil Saint Kong Chio and said, "Speak, what is going on here? The devils here are too terrifying." In truth, the devils here were too terrifying. If this wasn't the ancient domain, Yang Hanwu would have thought that he had entered the real demon world. "I know where this place is." Xian Yu's voice rang out beside Yang Hanwu's ears. "Where?" Yang Hanwu hurriedly asked. "This place is the Clear Sky Devil Suppression World. It is the world where the Clear Sky Emperor suppressed the devils back then," Xian Yu said. "Haotian Demon Suppressing World, the place where Emperor Haotian suppressed demons?" Yang Hanwu's eyes widened when he heard this. "Xian Yu, how did you know?" "Of course I know. I'm a weapon of the heavens and earth created by the Haotian Emperor. However, I haven't fully recovered yet. But when I entered this place, I recovered some of my memories. In fact, this Haotian Demon Suppression World is also a part of me," Xian Yu said. "You're saying that this vast heaven devil suppressing world is also a part of the vast heaven pagoda?" When Yang Hanwu heard this, he was even more shocked. Weapon of heaven and earth. The Haotian pagoda was actually a weapon of heaven and earth. Then, what was the background of the Haotian Emperor? He was actually so terrifying that he could even forge a weapon of heaven and earth. "Yes," Xian Yu said. "Then, can you control this Haotian demon suppression world now?" Or can you integrate this Hao Yin demon suppression world into the vast heaven pagoda? Yan Hanwu thought for a while and asked. If the Hao Yin demon suppression world could be integrated into the vast heaven pagoda, then the power of the vast heaven pagoda would increase tremendously. It might even become a true weapon of heaven and earth. In that case, it would be really awesome. Master, it's not that simple. Xianyu smiled bitterly and said, although the Hao Yin demon suppression world is a part of the vast heaven pagoda, in fact, it can also be separated. If you want to integrate it into the vast heaven pagoda, Master's strength must be at the peak of the great emperor realm. It can't be? When Yang Hanwu heard this, he was a little dumbfounded. Peak of the great emperor realm. If he was at the peak of the great emperor realm, then he wouldn't need to rely on weapons. With that kind of strength, he could destroy heaven and earth with a raise of his hand. At that time, even if the real demon sealed in the soul-suppressing tablet came out, Yang Hanwu was confident that he could deal with it easily and eliminate it. In short, it's impossible to integrate the Hao Yin demon suppression world now. Master, you should look for the vast heaven pagoda pearl. Xianyu said. Alright, look for the vast heaven pagoda pearl. When Yang Hanwu heard Xianyu's words, he could only nod his head. Although he was a little disappointed, there was nothing he could do. You should be able to sense the existence of the vast heaven pagoda pearl, right? Yes. Xianyu nodded. It's in the southwest direction. Southwest? Yang Hanwu was stunned. Southwest direction, wasn't it the place where he had just run out? If he were to go back, wouldn't he have to face those demons again? Yang Hanwu smiled bitterly. He had just escaped and now he had to go back to die. Xianyu, are you kidding? Southwest direction, that's the direction where we had just escaped. There are too many demons there. I have no way to deal with them now. Yang Hanwu said helplessly, or, do you have a way to deal with those demons? Of course, I'm not asking Master to go there now. Xianyu said, if Master can cultivate the vast heaven demon suppression art, then you can suppress those demons here. Vast heaven demon suppression art? Where is it? How do I cultivate it? Yang Hanwu was surprised. Vast heaven demon suppression art, was this the art that the vast heaven emperor had cultivated? It's in the vast heaven demon suppression world. I don't know where exactly it is. Whether you can find it or not depends on your luck. Xianyu said. Yang Hanwu smiled bitterly. Luck was luck. This meant that it all depended on luck. But then again, his luck had always been pretty good. Perhaps, he might really be able to obtain that so-called Hao Yin devil-suppressing art. Alright, let's go forward. Yang Hanwu said and began to move forward. Aren't you going to take a rest? Demon Saint Kong Chiu had just recovered a little from his exhaustion. Seeing Yang Hanwu beginning to move, he hurriedly asked. Let's go. We don't have time to waste. Yang Hanwu said, if you don't want to leave, you can wait for those demons to come. Oh right, you're a demon too. Maybe you can refine them to improve yourself? Demon Saint Kong Chiu rolled his eyes. What Lin Fan said was true. But to refine those demons was easier said than done. He had not recovered from his injuries and could not win against them. Moreover, he knew that Yang Hongwu's right hand contained a terrifying power. It was also the power of a demon. And it was not the power of an ordinary demon. It was probably the power of an ancestor demon. Once it was unleashed, it would make him tremble in fear. If it was unleashed, these demons would not even be enough to fill the gaps between his teeth. Chapter 760. The might of the immortal cloud not good, there's a great devil. Not long after, Yan Hongwu's expression changed slightly. He hadn't expected his luck to be so bad. Walking in this direction, he also encountered a big devil. This devil was even stronger than the ones he had encountered before. Let's go! Demon Saint Kong Chiu was also depressed. He was a great Kong Saint, but now, he had to run away. If this were to spread out, how embarrassing would that be? It's too late. The speed of the devil was extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, it appeared in front of the two, blocking their way. Human cultivator, I did not expect that after so many years, there would be a human cultivator here. This devil had a ferocious face and a bizarre appearance. That was especially true of the horn on its head, which was covered with mysterious devil markings. Devil horns and devil markings indicated that this was a high-level existence within the fiend devil tribe. Get out of the way, don't block our way. Yang Hanwu said coldly. There's a hateful aura on you, and also the aura of my evil demon race. The devil looked at Yang Hanwu curiously. Yang Hanwu's face sank. The hateful aura was probably the aura of the Clear Sky Pagoda. These guys were all devils that were caught by the Clear Sky Monarch. They would definitely not welcome the aura of the Clear Sky Pagoda. As for the aura of the evil demon race, it was probably his own little evil demon world. Of course, it could also be his own devil hand. Come here. The devil stretched out its hand and grabbed at Yang Hanwu. A terrifying energy swept across the sky. This energy was so terrifying that it felt like it was going to reach the peak of heaven and earth. Yang Hanwu and Demon Saint Kong Chiu felt a terrifying pressure. An irresistible force was pulling them over. Damn it! Demon Saint Kong Chiu roared and waved the sword in his hand. A terrifying sword chi slashed out, cutting that terrifying devil chi apart. However, it was all in vain. Although Demon Saint Kong Chiu's sword chi was powerful, it could not withstand this powerful devil chi. Yang Hongwu's eyes shot out golden light, devil-slaying finger. A huge finger appeared from the void, and a golden light shrouded that devil. What an annoying aura! The demon head opened its mouth and spat out a stream of demonic chi. That stream of demonic chi struck the golden finger. Crack! The golden demon-slaying finger immediately collapsed and dissipated. Little fellow, don't waste your effort. It's useless. You're too weak. You're not even an exalt. You're no match for me. The devil sneered. Humph. A thought flashed through Yang Hongwu's mind. Didn't he get a powerful cultivation technique after killing the Tianyu emissary? That was the secret technique of Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud. It was not weaker than the devil extermination finger that he cultivated. In fact, it could even be said to be stronger. Now, let's try this Immortal Cloud 3 strikes. Immortal Cloud Strike. Surging magical powers gathered together, forming a vast immortal cloud within his body. This vast immortal cloud contained an unparalleled power of the laws. All the spirit chi within the Haotian demon suppression world gathered together and formed into an immortal cloud. This immortal cloud was exactly the same as the immortal cloud that Yang Hanwu had formed with his magical powers. However, its power was even more terrifying and immense. Above the immortal cloud, there were mysterious runes. These runes contained a mysterious power. It could gather all the spirit chi in the surroundings. What's this secret technique? Looking at this secret technique, the demon Saint Kong Chiu was stunned. He had not expected that Yang Hanwu would have such a powerful secret technique that was so mysterious. Is this the offensive secret technique of Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud? Looking at the secret technique that Yang Hanwu had unleashed, the demon head was equally shocked. His expression became extremely solemn. World-shaking martial demon fist. That demon head roared out as he punched out with both fists. Those gigantic fists were filled with a surging amount of demonic power. This surging amount of demonic power seemed as though it could shatter the entire world and cause the universe to collapse. Boom! The gigantic immortal cloud exploded as it shot out a terrifying beam of light towards that demon head. That demon head threw out a terrifying punch as well. The two forces collided heavily against each other. Boom! Boom! The tremendous impact of the collision caused an earth-shattering sound to be heard. That horrifying shockwave spread out in all directions. The entire space could not withstand the impact of this horrifying power and started to crumble. The ground caved in immediately. Retreat! Demon Saint Kong Chiu saw that Yang Hanwu seemed to have expended a huge amount of energy. He pulled them up and retreated madly, afraid that they would be hit by this horrifying power. He knew that this power was not something that he could withstand. If he were to be hit by this power, he would definitely be injured. After the dust settled, Yang Hongwu had recovered quite a bit. As for that demon head, even though he was not dead, he was severely injured. The demonic horn on his head was dimmed. However, those demonic runes on the demonic horn looked extremely creepy. They were still flickering continuously. Looking at Yang Hongwu, that demon head's face contorted as he said in a deep voice, "This is truly out of my expectations. To think that you would have obtained the inheritance of the heavenly emperor Immortal Cloud. If not for that bastard Immortal Cloud, I would not have been suppressed here by Hao Yin. Since you are the disciple of Immortal Cloud, I will make sure that you suffer a fate worse than death." As he said that, the face of that demon head turned even more malevolent. His gigantic body started to change. His body started to enlarge, turning into a gigantic demonic bull. This is the heaven-breaking demonic bull race. Demon Saint Kong Chiu saw that demon head reverting to his original form and could not help but exclaim out, "Those demonic runes on his body, he is the ancestor demon of the heaven-breaking demonic bull race." Ancestor demon. How strong was that? The heaven-breaking demonic bull was extremely strong. They were one of the strongest races of the demon race. And this guy was the ancestor demon of the heaven-breaking demonic bull race. That was even more horrifying. No wonder this guy knew about the heavenly emperor Immortal Cloud. Furthermore, he was suppressed by the heavenly emperor Immortal Cloud and the Hao Yin emperor together. The strength of both the heavenly emperor Immortal Cloud and the Hao Yin emperor were extremely horrifying. Each of them possessed strength that was unimaginably strong. To think that this guy would require the combined strength of both of them to seal him here. This showed just how horrifying his strength was. Master, use the Hao Yin pagoda to attack him. At this moment, Xianyu spoke up. All right. Yang Hongwu did not have any other ideas. The strength of this guy was way too horrifying. That strike earlier on had taken a huge toll on him. And yet, he was still unable to kill this demon head. Since Xianyu said that he should use the Hao Yin pagoda, she should have her reasons. Yang Hongwu waved his hand, and a small pagoda appeared. The appearance of this small pagoda triggered the power of the entire Hao Yin demon-suppressing world. Chapter 761. Hao Yin Phantom. The concentration of spiritual qi was getting more and more shocking, forming a gigantic vortex. The Hao Yin pagoda flew up and absorbed the spiritual qi in a frenzy, as though it wanted to suck the spiritual qi dry. The gigantic vortex seemed to have turned into a spiritual qi storm. What terrifying spiritual qi! Yang Hongwu took in a deep breath. He did not expect the appearance of the Hao Yin pagoda to cause such a situation. But this was good too. The terrifying spiritual qi seemed to have stopped the demon from attacking. Just then, a gigantic phantom appeared. That huge shadow was a human figure. His body was filled with an ethereal and supreme majesty. He wore a tall crown on his head and stood there, giving off an awe-inspiring aura without being angry. Hao Yin. It's you, Hao Yin. When the devil saw the illusory figure, he was instantly enraged. He roared and punched the illusory figure again and again with his terrifying fists. The phantom of the Hao Yin emperor? Yang Hongwu was stunned. This was unbelievable. Old master. Xianyu looked at the phantom and mumbled to herself. Bastard, I've sealed you for so many years, but you haven't changed at all. The Hao Yin emperor looked at the demon and said coldly. With a light wave of his right hand, he formed an invisible force and blocked the terrifying attack of the demon. It seemed like the heaven-breaking demon bull was not on the same level as the Hao Yin emperor. Hao Yin, you can't kill me. When my real body comes out, it will be the time of your death. The difference in strength was too great. The heaven-breaking demon bull was not a match at all. Go! The Hao Yin emperor waved his right hand, and a mysterious seal appeared, wrapping the heaven-breaking demon bull in it. Then, it turned into a white light and was sent into a gigantic stone tablet. the stone tablet was suppressing a huge black bull. That black bull was most likely the main body of the heaven-breaking demonic bull. Senior. After dealing with all this, the Haotian emperor turned around and looked at Yan Hanwu, Xian Yu, and demon Saint Kong Qiu. Old master. Not bad, not bad. As expected of his disciple. Looking at Yan Hanwu, the Supreme Sky Emperor nodded continuously. Yan Hanwu was confused. He didn't know who the Clear Sky Emperor was referring to. Was it God Refining Great Emperor, Immortal Cloud Heavenly Emperor, or Great God Pangu? In any case, these few experts had all received their legacies. Little Yuer, you have to help Yan Hanwu. Haotian Emperor looked at Xian Yu with a kind expression, as if he was a father looking at his own daughter. Old master, I missed you so much. Xian Yu pounced on the Haotian Emperor and sobbed. When Yan Hanwu saw the scene, he could not believe that Xian Yu had such a side to her. All right, stop crying. You won't be pretty if you keep crying. Haotian Emperor patted her head and said. Senior, do you have a way to help Xian Yu recover completely? Yan Hanwu raised his head and asked the Haotian Emperor. I can't do anything about this. You can only rely on yourself. The Haotian Emperor shook his head and said, I'm just a strand of divine consciousness. Moreover, this strand of divine consciousness is going to dissipate soon. I can't help you. This is the Haotian demon suppression world, a world within the Haotian pagoda. You can refine it into your inner world. However, you're not strong enough to do so. Moreover, you haven't even refined the sorcerer world yet. Yan Hanwu was not surprised that the Haotian Emperor could see that he was the lord of the sorcerer world. How strong was the Haotian Emperor? He was a pinnacle expert among the great emperors. He had even surpassed the great emperors and left the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Although he was just a strand of divine consciousness, it was still very terrifying. It could be seen from the way he dealt with the heaven-breaking demonic bull. Moreover, this is a test for you. If you can't even do this, you don't have the right to control the Haotian pagoda. The Haotian Emperor said. Hearing this, Yan Hanwu was helpless. By the way, old master, can you teach the Haotian demon suppression art to master? Xian Yu raised her head and looked at the Haotian Emperor. The Haotian Emperor nodded. This strand of divine consciousness of mine is going to disappear. I'll help you one last time and help you cultivate the Haotian demon suppression art. As he spoke, the Haotian Emperor's shadow turned into a white light and shot into the glabella of Yan Hanwu. Suddenly, Yan Hanwu felt a surge of memories rushing into his mind like a flood. The majestic memories gave Yan Hanwu a splitting headache. He couldn't digest them all at once. The Haotian Emperor was so powerful that Yan Hanwu couldn't withstand the power of a strand of divine consciousness. The memories flashed and the Haotian demon suppression art appeared in his mind. With a thought, Yan Hanwu endured the pain and started to cultivate the Haotian demon suppression art. The power of the Haotian Emperor was absorbed by Yan Hanwu bit by bit. After an unknown amount of time, Yan Hanwu slowly opened his eyes. In his eyes, a light flashed. Old master has left. At this moment, Xian Yu murmured. There were tears in her eyes and her tone was sad. Yan Hanwu patted her on the shoulder and said, Don't worry. You'll see Senior Haotian again in the future. Xian Yu nodded. She knew that the Haotian Emperor's strength had long surpassed the 9 heavens and 10 lands and went to a higher level. And her current master had extraordinary potential. It was only a matter of time before he surpassed the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Demon Saint Kong Qiu was extremely depressed. He didn't expect that Yan Hanwu would gain great benefits this time while he had nothing. It was the same every time. This made him feel helpless. Was he just a prop? Back in the witch world, Yan Hanwu had obtained Panga's heart and became the lord of the witch world. His strength had also made a huge breakthrough. And this time, he had obtained the help of the Haotian Emperor. It seemed that he had obtained the inheritance of the Haotian Emperor. His amazing luck made Demon Saint Kong Qiu extremely envious. However, he no longer had any thoughts of attacking Yan Hongwu. He knew very well that Yan Hongwu's strength wasn't comparable to his. However, Yan Hongwu's terrifying luck wasn't something he could resist. If he really had any thoughts about Yan Hongwu, he probably wouldn't even know how he died. Congratulations. Demon Saint Kong Qiu looked at Yan Hongwu and said, "This is what the Hao Tian Emperor asked me to give to you." Yan Hongwu flicked his finger and a ray of light entered Demon Saint Kong Qiu's mind. 9-thought demon condensation art? With this 9-thought demon condensation art, you can become a true independent body. You're no longer Kong Sheng's demonic avatar. Yan Hongwu said. Thank you. Demon Saint Kong Qiu was grateful. Chapter 762. 9 Thoughts. Demon Saint thank you. Demon Saint Kong Qiu was very excited. He did not expect Yan Hongwu to give him such a great gift. He had long wanted to break free from Kong Sheng's shackles, but he had never been able to do so. Now, Yan Hongwu had given him a ray of hope to achieve his true self. With this cultivation technique, he would no longer be Demon Sage Kong Qiu, an avatar of Kong Sheng, but a true independent cultivator. You don't have to thank me. Yan Hongwu smiled and said, speaking of which, it's all thanks to you that I was able to obtain the Supreme Sky Emperor's cultivation technique. Everything is predestined. No matter what, I have to thank you for giving me this opportunity. Demon Saint Kong Qiu looked at Yan Hongwu and said seriously, in the future, if you have any instructions for me, I'll do it even if it means going through a mountain of swords and a sea of flames. There's no need for that. If I really need your help, I won't hold back. Yan Hongwu said with a smile. But don't call me Demon Saint Kong Qiu from now on. I'm 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, not Kong Qiu. When he said this, a clap of thunder came from the void, as if the heavens had acknowledged his existence. At this moment, the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint's aura continued to rise, breaking through the limit and reaching a new realm. Rebirth. This was a true rebirth. Without Kong Sheng's restrictions, his strength could be said to have advanced by leaps and bounds. At this moment, his combat strength was much stronger than before. Of course, there were pros and cons. At this moment, although he was independent and had truly become another person, there was a problem. If he was killed, he would truly die. Unlike before, as long as Kong Qiu's original body was fine, this clone of his could recover at any time. It was only a matter of time. In other words, as long as Kong Sheng was alive, he would not die. It was almost equivalent to an immortal body. It could only be sealed, but not now. Congratulations on your great improvement in cultivation. Yan Hongwu was happy for the 9th Thought Demon Saint's strength. If the 9th Thought Demon Saint was willing to pledge his allegiance to him, he would have another great general. Right now, there really weren't many people under him who could be of great use. One was Xing Tian, and the other was the ancient Nether clan. Of course, there was also Tengaku and the others. As for the others, they did not have the ability to do so. Yan Hongwu didn't want his women to worry about these things, and Yan Hongwu didn't want them to face danger. As for Qiyu, he was too ambitious. Although he could be said to be the master of the entire sorcerer world and the leader of the sorcerer tribe, Qiyu was too ambitious and could not be put to good use. With the addition of the 9th Thought Demon Saint, many things could be handed over to him. However, he still needed a period of testing. After all, the 9 Thoughts Demonic Saint could not be trusted completely. Alright, you cultivate here. I'll go look for the clear sky pagoda pearl. Yan Hongwu waved his hand and set up a large formation for the 9th Thought Demon Saint to cultivate here. Yan Hongwu needed to go look for the clear sky pagoda pearl. There were 3 pagoda pearls in the Haotian demon suppression world. Xianyu could sense that the first pagoda pearl was at the place where they had just entered. In the past, Yan Hongwu didn't have the confidence to deal with those demons. However, it was different now. He had cultivated the Haotian demon subduing art. With the suppression of the Haotian demon subduing art, Yan Hongwu didn't need to worry about the demons here at all. Not only was he not afraid, but he could also refine them and turn them into pure energy to improve his cultivation. Therefore, Yang Hanwu could not wait for more of these demons to come. That way, his strength could improve faster. Yang Hanwu had been in the fourth step honorable realm for a long time. However, he could not break through. He needed an opportunity. Yang Hanwu had a feeling that as long as he obtained the 3 clear Sky Pagoda pearls, his strength could really break through and enter the first level of the honorable realm. Burrowing demonic dragon. After walking for a while, Yang Hanwu saw a demonic dragon. This demonic dragon was not strong, but it was definitely not weak. If it was before, Yang Hanwu would not have the confidence to deal with this beast. However, it was different now. With the Haotian demon suppression art, he could completely crush it. Be careful. It's not that easy to deal with. Xian Yu whispered in Yang Hanwu's ear. Don't be careless. Otherwise, you might fail miserably. Yang Hanwu rolled his eyes. How is that possible? Xian Yu's words were an insult to him. How is he so weak? Let me try the power of the Haotian demon suppression art. Yang Hanwu looked at the ferocious burrowing demonic dragon that was charging towards him. A ray of light burst out from his eyes as he formed a seal with both hands. Powerful magic power formed a huge symbol in front of his chest. Suppress. Yang Hanwu spat out a word. The huge symbol turned into a huge suppress word and flew out, bombarding the burrowing demonic dragon. Bang! With a loud sound, the burrowing demonic dragon was sent flying and landed heavily on the ground. Whoosh! When Yang Hanwu was about to launch another attack to kill the demonic dragon, he saw the ground wriggling. The burrowing demonic dragon actually disappeared in front of his eyes. That bastard actually escaped? Yang Hanwu was stunned. Then, he became flustered and exasperated. The burrowing demonic dragon was indeed worthy of the word burrowing. It could not defeat it, so it immediately burrowed into the ground and slipped away. Be careful. That beast did not leave. It's preparing a sneak attack underground. As soon as Xian Yu's voice fell, Yang Hanwu felt a majestic force rushing up from the ground. A huge mouth with sharp teeth and a strong fishy smell was coming towards him. Yang Hanwu was furious. This beast actually wanted to sneak attack him. Immortal Cloud Strike. Yang Hanwu reacted quickly. He instantly soared into the sky and then condensed power in his hands. In the void, a huge immortal cloud was formed. This was the Immortal Cloud Strike that he had cultivated before. Majestic magic power burst out and bombarded the burrowing demonic dragon's mouth. Crack! With a crisp sound, the demonic dragon's huge teeth were broken by Yang Hanwu. The huge body of the burrowing demonic dragon was smashed into the ground under the impact of the terrifying power. A huge hole appeared on the ground. It could be seen that Yang Hanwu's attack was terrifying. Beast, come out for me. After smashing the burrowing demonic dragon into the ground, Yang Hanwu was still not satisfied. He stretched out his right hand and activated the demonic hand. It formed a huge suction force and pulled the huge body of the burrowing demonic dragon out. The core of the burrowing demonic dragon suddenly broke its flesh and flew out. The next moment, it fell into Yang Hanwu's hand. Chapter 763. Dragon's Nest Bastard, how dare you sneak attack me? Yang Hanwu activated the demon hand with a thought. A strong suction force burst out from the demon hand, and within a dozen breaths, the core that contained the essence of the burrowing demon dragon's power began to disappear at a speed visible to the naked eye. It didn't take long for the entire core to completely disappear. It was converted into the purest demonic energy and was absorbed by Yang Hanwu. Yang Hanwu felt that the demon hand's power had increased again. He had a faint premonition that his right hand would undergo a huge change. Whether this change was good or bad, Yang Hanwu did not know. However, he sighed. Anyway, this day was going to come. It was just a matter of time. He had to think on the bright side of things. After all, the demon hand was a huge help to Yang Hanwu. perhaps his demonic hand could refine the demon sealed in the soul-subduing tablet at a critical moment? However, Yang Hanwu did not want to become a demon. Master, there is something on the burrowing demon dragon. Xian Yu pulled Yang Hanwu out of his thoughts and said. Something? What is it? Yang Hanwu came back to his senses and scanned the burrowing demon dragon's body. He did not find anything. This burrowing demon dragon has the aura of the clear sky pagoda pearl. If I'm not wrong, this burrowing demon dragon has become so powerful because of the clear sky pagoda pearl. Xian Yu said, if this burrowing demon dragon was not affected by the clear sky pagoda pearl, Master's attack with the clear sky demon suppression art should have been enough to make this burrowing demon dragon lose its fighting strength. Yang Hanwu nodded. Indeed, although the burrowing demon dragon's strength was not bad, if it was really that powerful, it would not have been killed by a single strike from the immortal cloud. In the previous attack, the clear sky demon suppression art was not as strong as he had imagined. Now, it seemed that it was really because of the clear sky pagoda pearl. However, after looking around, there was no clear sky pagoda pearl on the burrowing demon dragon's body. Then, where did this guy get tainted with the aura of the vast heaven pagoda pearl? Lair. Yang Hanwu thought of a place, and that was the burrowing devil dragon's lair. However, the problem now was how to find the burrowing demon dragon's lair. Yes, Master. I'm afraid the place we're heading to this time is the burrowing demon dragon's lair. Xian Yu said, it's very likely that there's more than one burrowing devil dragon. This time, going to the burrowing devil dragon's nest is very dangerous. If there are many burrowing devil dragons in the dragon nest, it will be very troublesome. Even if it's troublesome, we still have to go, Yang Hanwu said in a deep voice. For the sake of the vast heaven pagoda pearl, even if there were more underground drilling devil dragons, they also had to go in and take a look. Let's go. Yang Hanwu collected the corpse of the burrowing devil dragon and said to Xian Yu, you lead the way. Although Yang Hanwu could sense the existence of the vast heaven pagoda pearl, it wasn't as easy as Xian Yu. He needed to circulate the vast heaven demon suppression art to do so. If he kept circulating the vast heaven demon suppression art, he would be easily discovered by those devils. After all, they were all captured by the vast heaven monarch. They were very sensitive to the vast heaven demon suppression art. It's in this direction. Xian Yu pointed to the right. Yang Hanwu used his movement skill, concealed his aura, and rushed in that direction. After walking for a few hundred miles, Xian Yu said, it's not far. Yang Hanwu took out a talisman and concealed his aura. This talisman could conceal his aura to the greatest extent. In this way, even if he entered the dragon's lair, it would be much safer and less likely to cause a riot. Following a cave, Yang Hanwu sneaked in. The aura of the burrowing devil dragon was very strong here. Obviously, there were many devil dragons here. Moreover, the aura of these devil dragons wasn't weak. The devil dragon that was killed by him previously probably wasn't the strongest one here. Yang Hanwu could sense that there were many auras below that were even more powerful than that of the dragon. What a terrifying aura. Not long after he went in, a terrifying aura suddenly erupted from the depths of the ground. Yang Hanwu's face became very serious. This aura was much stronger than he had imagined. Great Saint Realm. There was actually a Great Saint Realm devil dragon below. This was a bit troublesome. He had just used the battle spirit possession not long ago. If he wanted to use the battle spirit possession again now, it was almost impossible. In this way, Yang Hanwu didn't have absolute confidence in dealing with that devil dragon. Moreover, there were many devil dragons in this underground dragon's lair. Once all of them attacked, it would be a problem for him to leave. If he could use the yin-yang void shuttle of the yin-yang 5 transformations here, Yang Hanwu was confident. But now, he wasn't very confident. Master, it's too dangerous inside. Let's find another opportunity to come back. At this time, Xian Yu said with some worry. I'll go and have a look. Yang Hanwu thought for a while and said. He wasn't a reckless person. Before he had absolute confidence, he wouldn't act rashly. Come out, I can smell your aura. A vigorous voice rang out from all around. It found me? Yang Hongwu's heart sank. Was this devil dragon so powerful? Not coming out? Do you want me to catch you? Seeing that Yang Hongwu didn't move, the voice sounded again. Yang Hongwu only felt a terrifying thought crushing in his direction. There were bursts of explosions in the air. Damn it. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. He didn't expect that he would be exposed. It seemed that the devil dragon wasn't as simple as it seemed. Since he was discovered, there was no need to hide. Yang Hongwu flashed and appeared in the dragon's lair. At this time, Yang Hongwu saw the devil dragon. Its body was huge, taking up almost half of the dragon's lair. It was a few thousand meters long. Entrenched there, it was like a huge winding mountain range. The scales on its body were pitch black and shone brightly. Those sharp claws were like sharp swords that could cut through metal and stone. They were incomparably sharp, and it seemed that nothing could withstand their attack. The huge eyes stared at Yang Hongwu with a mocking look. Kid, I can sense the aura of the clear sky emperor from you. How are you related to him? The huge devil dragon looked at Yang Hongwu and asked. You are the dragon king of the drilling devil dragon? Yang Hongwu looked at the huge devil dragon and asked. Chapter 764. Hao Yin devil suppressing steely. Yang Hongwu didn't expect this guy to be so calm, without a trace of killing intent. What is he trying to do? If he wanted to deal with me, he could have done it directly. Is he afraid of Hao Yin Emperor? Hao Yin Emperor's strength is terrifying, and this guy has been suppressed here for God knows how long. Although he's strong, he's far from being comparable to Hao Yin Emperor. Moreover, this is Hao Yin Emperor's Hao Yin devil suppressing world. Here, he's not the strongest devil. Even the strongest devils can't break out. How can he leave? He asked if I'm Hao Yin Emperor's successor. If he's really Hao Yin Emperor's successor, he'll die if he dares to make a move. Thinking of this, Yang Hongwu heaved a sigh of relief. He knew that this guy wouldn't dare to do anything to him. However, if he wants to take the clear sky pagoda pearl from him, that's not necessarily the case. Senior, Yang Hongwu looked at earth-drilling demonic dragon king and said, I'm here for something. The clear sky pagoda pearl? Earth-drilling demonic dragon king looked at Yang Hongwu. That's right. Yang Hongwu nodded, not bothering to hide it. Earth-drilling demonic dragon king definitely knows about the clear sky pagoda pearl. It's too difficult to snatch it from him directly. They need to discuss and see if they can exchange it. It's best if they don't fight. It's not impossible to give it to you, but what are you going to give me in exchange? Earth-drilling demonic dragon king stared at Yang Hongwu. Senior, what do you want? Yang Hongwu asked. Freedom, I need freedom. Earth-drilling demonic dragon king said after a while, as long as you set me free, I'll give you the clear sky pagoda pearl. A pearl floated in front of earth-drilling demonic dragon king. It was one of the clear sky pagoda pearls Yang Hongwu was looking for. You mean you want me to let you go? Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly in his heart. Senior, you are making things difficult for me. I don't have enough strength to control the Hao Yin demon suppression world. If I really had that strength, I wouldn't need to ask you and I wouldn't need to exchange with you. I'm well aware of this. Earth-drilling demonic dragon king nodded. If Yi Xuan was strong enough to control the Hao Yin demon-suppressing realm, then there would be no need to trade with him. He could just snatch the Hao Yin pagoda pearl from him. I'm not leaving the Hao Yin demon-suppression world right now. I just want to leave this place. Burrowing demonic dragon king said. You should have noticed that I'm actually sealed here. I can't leave the sealing formation. In Hao Yin demon suppression world, every expert captured by Hao Yin monarch is sealed in a small space. I'm one of them, burrowing demonic dragon king said. The formation here? Yang Hongwu looked around and found that it was indeed so. No wonder he didn't find any powerful demons around. The heaven-breaking demonic ox was probably not the real body, but a doppelganger that escaped. Do you see that steel? If you want the Haotian Pagoda Pearl, you just need to break that steel, and the Haotian Pagoda Pearl will be yours, earth-drilling demonic Dragon King said. Yang Hanwu sneered in his heart. This steel was the sealing rune steel that sealed his real body. It was recorded in the Haotian demon suppression scripture. This steel was the Haotian demon suppression steel. Yang Hanwu hadn't cultivated to that level yet, so he couldn't use it. In order to use the Haotian demon suppression steel, his strength had to be at least in the Saint realm. This showed how powerful the Haotian demon suppression steel was. Senior, this is the Haotian demon suppression steel, and it was set up by the Haotian Great Emperor himself. My strength is far from enough to open it. Yang Hanwu wasn't that stupid. Yang Hanwu could open the seal, but it would cost him a lot. Moreover, it wouldn't do him any good to release this demon. Perhaps, he was going to make a move on him. Yang Hanwu wasn't stupid enough to think that these demons were kind-hearted and wouldn't attack him if they said they wouldn't. This guy had been sealed here for God knows how many years. How could he not have resentment in his heart? He knew that he had a close relationship with the Haotian Great Emperor. Once he came out, how could he let him go so easily? Even if he didn't dare to kill him because of the Haotian Great Emperor's prestige, wouldn't it be fine as long as he didn't kill him? The earth-drilling demonic Dragon King had probably already made plans for this. You don't want the Haotian Pagoda Pearl anymore? The Haotian Pagoda Pearl spun in front of earth-drilling demonic Dragon King. I want it. Yang Hanwu looked at earth-drilling demonic Dragon King and said, if Senior is willing to give me the Haotian Pagoda Pearl, I promise to release Senior when I have enough strength to control the Haotian demon suppression world. You refuse a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit? Suddenly, earth-drilling demonic Dragon King kept the Haotian Pagoda Pearl. His face became gloomy. A terrifying aura enveloped Yang Hanwu in an instant. The huge pressure made Yang Hanwu feel as if he was facing a monstrous wave that could devour him at any time. If you don't agree, I will kill you. You should know that I have the strength to do so. Ha, is that so? Now you finally show your ferocious face, right? Yang Hanwu laughed loudly. Since there was no way to trick the vast heaven pagoda bead into his hands, then he could only make a move. Don't you forget, this is the vast heaven devil-suppressing world, and your main body is sealed. What you appear now is merely a divine sense clone. Do you think that you can kill me by relying on this clone? The moment earth-drilling demonic Dragon King unleashed his terrifying aura, Yang Hanwu discovered a secret. In fact, this guy was only strong on the outside. The strength of his true body was completely sealed. Now, he could only display less than 1/1000th of his strength. His original body might be very powerful and his strength was comparable to a great emperor's. However, the power that his avatar could unleash was at most at the sage realm. In this place, Yang Hanwu's cultivation wasn't suppressed at all. Coupled with the Haotian demon suppression art, it had an absolute suppression. Chapter 765. The devil's hand again, then I'll kill you now. Hearing that, the drilling demonic dragon flew into a rage out of humiliation. Majestic energy surged toward Yang Hanwu like an avalanche. This terrifying demonic might made Yang Hanwu almost unable to breathe. Even though the burrowing devil dragon had been sealed and suppressed, it was still able to utilize a portion of its strength. Moreover, merely its devilish might was sufficient to crush an ordinary Exalt Realm cultivator. You want to kill me? Yang Hanwu snorted coldly. Under this terrifying pressure, the Haotian demon suppression art was activated to the extreme. 1 cycle, 2 cycles. The moment the Haotian devil-suppressing art revolved, that horrifying pressure clearly weakened. This is the Haotian demon-subduing art. He is indeed the successor of that old man, Haotian. Noticing that Yang Hanwu was channeling the Haotian demon-subduing art, the demonic drilling dragon narrowed its eyes slightly. Its terrifying aura did not diminish in the slightest. Instead, it became even more terrifying. Let's see how you block it. You haven't even reached the venerable stage. You are just like an ant. The burrowing demonic dragon's strength was at the pinnacle of the great saint realm. It was only one step away from becoming a true great emperor. After being suppressed in the Haotian demon suppression world for so many years, he could no longer bear it and his strength had dropped significantly. However, his cultivation level had increased. He was confident that he could break through to the great emperor realm once he left the Haotian demon suppressing world. At that time, the burrowing demonic dragon clan would rise to prominence in the 9 heavens and 10 lands. However, his thoughts were beautiful. How difficult would it be to leave this Haotian devil suppression world? Putting aside the fact that he had not broken through to the martial monarch realm, even if he had, so what? In the Haotian demon suppression world, there were great emperor realm demons that were sealed. The heaven-breaking demonic bull was one of them. He was extremely powerful. When he was at his strongest, he was a great emperor, a true great emperor. However, he still could not escape the fate of being suppressed by Haotian emperor. Of course, the burrowing demon dragon was also aware of this, which was why he had set his sights on Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu was the successor of Haotian great emperor. If he could control him, then everything would go smoothly. They might even have the chance to obtain the divine arts cultivated by the Haotian great emperor. Who was the Haotian great emperor? He was extremely powerful. At that time, he was already an invincible great emperor. It wasn't easy to become an invincible great emperor. In the entire 9 heavens 10 earths, there weren't many invincible emperors. The most famous one was the refinement god great emperor and the other was the Haotian great emperor. These two were truly invincible great emperors. Of course, it remained to be seen if there were any other invincible martial monarchs hiding in the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Ants? Let me see who is the real ant then. Yang Hongwu was enraged when he heard this. Ant, this guy actually treated him as an ant. This made Yang Hongwu very unhappy. At any rate, he was at the 4th step of the Exalt realm now, and he was only a step away from becoming a true Exalt realm expert. Moreover, even if he wasn't at the Exalt realm right now, his strength far surpassed ordinary Exalt realm experts. So, if he were to erupt with his full strength, then it would be absolutely easy for him to deal with Exalt realm experts. The Haotian demon suppression art was unleashed to the extreme. Suppress. Although he couldn't unleash the Haotian demon suppression steel, he could still unleash the Haotian demon suppression seal. He gathered a majestic spiritual power in his hands and condensed a huge seal in front of his chest. This huge seal was the Haotian demon suppression seal. It could suppress all evil. Although it was weaker than the Haotian demon suppressing steel, it still contained supreme power. It contained the supreme power of the law and could suppress evil spirits. It had a great suppression effect on evil spirits. The huge seal flew towards the burrowing demon dragon. The burrowing demon dragon's face changed when he saw the demon suppression seal. He was suppressed by the same demon suppression seal in the past. Therefore, when he saw the demon suppression seal again, he couldn't help but feel a little scared. Even if the demon suppression seal unleashed by Yang Hongwu and the demon suppression seal unleashed by the Haotian emperor, one was in the sky while the other was in the ground. They couldn't be mentioned in the same breath. However, he still felt scared and timid. Although he was scared, he wasn't stupid enough to let Yang Hongwu attack him directly. He opened his mouth and spat out a ball of demon flame. The ball of demon flame was his dragon breath. It was so powerful that it could even corrode a heaven weapon. This showed how powerful the dragon breath was. Boom! The dragon breath collided with the devil suppressing seal, producing a loud sound. A powerful force exploded and spread in all directions. Yang Hongwu couldn't withstand the powerful force and was sent flying. He crashed heavily into the wall. Little guy, you're too weak. It's a waste for the Haotian demon suppression seal to be in your hands. The burrowing demon dragon looked at Yang Hongwu, who was vomiting blood, and said, with your current strength, you can't hurt me even if you cultivate for another 100 years. If you promise to let me out, I can spare your life. Otherwise, even the Haotian emperor can't protect you here. He didn't dare to make a move because he was worried that the Haotian emperor would be angry. He hated the Haotian emperor very much and wanted to tear him into pieces. However, at the same time, he feared the Haotian emperor from the bottom of his heart. He had personally witnessed the Haotian great emperor killing countless demons. Those demons were all much stronger than him. The great Saint Realm demons were like ants in front of him. He could kill countless or even thousands of them with a raise of his hand. Do you really think you can defeat me? Yang Hanwu was angry. He didn't want to expose too much. After all, this was the Haotian demon suppression world. If he unleashed the demon hand, he didn't know if it would be suppressed by the Haotian demon suppression world. However, he couldn't care less now. Black light burst out from his right hand. Demon gods appeared one after another. These were the phantoms of the ancient demon gods. Each of them had a terrifying aura that could destroy the world. How is this possible? Feeling the terrifying aura of the demon gods, the burrowing demon dragon was shocked to the extreme. His body kept trembling. The demonic power in Yang Hongwu's right hand became stronger and stronger. Yang Hongwu's face became ferocious. The veins on his forehead bulged like earthworms. His right hand was even more terrifying. A layer of armor appeared on it. It wrapped around his right hand. There were strange demonic patterns on it. These demonic patterns were filled with supreme demonic laws. Kill! Chapter 766. Supreme demonic way. Black devil chi condensed into the devil Dao law, and immediately entangled the devil dragon's dragon breath. What horrified the burrowing demonic dragon was that his dragon breath was being devoured by the demonic runes. That was his dragon breath, his strongest attack. Although it was not displayed at his peak state, it was still very powerful. Ordinary Sage Realm warriors would not be able to resist it. However, this guy had actually swallowed his dragon breath. Terrifying, simply terrifying to the extreme. Ancestral Fiend. This is the nomological powers of a supreme ancestral fiend? How is this possible? How could you have it? He was extremely shocked. A human cultivator, one who had received the inheritance of the Supreme Sky Emperor, actually possessed such a terrifying demonic law. It was something that not even those powerful devils could possess. Only a supreme ancestral fiend could possess it. Could he be the reincarnation of a supreme ancestral fiend? Brat, stop quickly. I'll give you the clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. The burrowing demonic dragon thought for a moment and weighed the pros and cons. This guy had cultivated the Haotian demon suppression scripture, the inheritance of the Haotian emperor, and the strange power of the ancestral devil law. He could completely suppress the burrowing demonic dragon. If the burrowing demonic dragon was at its peak and was not suppressed, it might be able to deal with him. However, the problem now was that its strength was greatly suppressed. At most, it could only exert the strength of the peak of the Sage Realm. It was impossible to completely kill this guy. It was even possible that he would fail miserably and be killed by this brat. If that happened, the losses would outweigh the gains. The Supreme Ancestral Fiend's demonic runes gave him an irresistible feeling. It was too dangerous and too risky. It was not worth it. It's too late, Yang Hanwu said in a clear voice. Now that he had lost control of the demon hand, the burrowing demon dragon was greatly attracted to it. It was as if it was a supreme delicacy, and it couldn't resist at all. The only thought in its mind was to devour the burrowing demon dragon no matter what. Brat, don't go too far. I've already agreed to give you the clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. Are you still unwilling to forgive me? Seeing Yang Hanwu refuse, the drilling demonic dragon could not help but be furious. In any case, he was a great sage stage powerhouse. Although he was sealed here and couldn't exert his strength, he wasn't someone to be trifled with. Moreover, he had so many dragon descendants here. You no regret now. However, I don't plan to let you go. Even if I let you go, my right hand won't let you go either. As soon as he finished speaking, the supreme ancestral demon law power turned into small snakes and shot toward the burrowing demon dragon at an extremely fast speed. Ripples appeared in the space. Damn it. The burrowing demonic dragon felt a great threat. It felt as if its life was going to be devoured by the demonic laws. With a furious roar, his body underwent another huge transformation. In the distance, numerous demonic dragons rushed over in a frenzy. In an instant, the entire dragon lair was filled with loud noises. The ground shook, and the space seemed to be on the verge of collapsing. Swish! Swish! Rumbling sounds could be heard as the subterranean devil dragons gathered together to form a terrifying devil dragon. The gigantic devil dragon became more and more terrifying, and its aura grew stronger and stronger. This was the burrowing demon dragon's trump card. It was also the trump card that the burrowing demon dragon had prepared to break through the shackles and become a great emperor. The reason why he was using this supreme technique, this powerful trump card, was because he had sensed the nomological powers of the supreme ancestral fiends that Yang Hongwu was releasing. He could feel the threat of death. You forced me to use my greatest trump card. You can die a worthy death now. The burrowing demon dragon's eyes shone with a cold light. Although it was a great crisis for him, it was also a great opportunity. If he could devour this kid and obtain the supreme ancestral demon law, he might even be able to break through and become a supreme ancestral demon. A supreme ancestral demon was much stronger than an ordinary great emperor. A supreme ancestral demon's realm was equivalent to an invincible great emperor. In fact, it might even be stronger than an invincible great emperor. A supreme ancestral demon was in existence that could rule over all demons. They possessed the supreme ancestral demon power and the supreme laws of the demon race. Heavenly Tao and Demon Tao. The supreme heavenly Tao laws and the supreme ancestral fiend laws corresponded to each other. Neither was strong, and neither was weak. However, in the 9 heavens and 10 earths, for some unknown reason, the supreme heavenly Tao was still stronger than the supreme demon Tao. However, if one could obtain the supreme ancestral demon law, one could even achieve the supreme demon Tao. One could compete with the supreme heavenly Tao. That was the true eternal existence. Although the burrowing demon dragon was a great saint realm demon, he had obtained some memories of the supreme demon Tao through some opportunities. Although it was only a trace of the memories, it was still very powerful. Back then, the underground drilling devil dragon was just a small snake. An insignificant small snake. It was precisely because he had obtained a trace of the supreme devil Tao that he had grown to his current state. He had become a powerful great sage devil. He could feel that the supreme demon Tao power contained in Yang Hongwu's right hand was much stronger than the trace of the supreme demon Tao power he had. If the trace of the supreme demon Tao power he had obtained was like a drop of water, then the supreme demon Tao power that erupted from Yang Hongwu's body was like a raging ocean. However, he knew that the supreme demon Tao power wasn't something that anyone could easily get their hands on. If he had a choice, he wouldn't be willing to take the risk. This was because the probability of success was less than 1 in 100 million. Back when he had obtained the trace of the supreme demon Tao power, he had experienced great danger. He almost couldn't bear the immense pain. If he wanted to seize the terrifying supreme demon Tao power on Yang Hongwu's body, the danger, pain, and calamity he would have to face would increase by millions of times. The probability of success was too small, too small. In other words, there was almost no chance of success. However, he had no way out now. If he didn't fight for it, only death would await him. Primordial demon dragon body, condense. With a light shout, the huge demon dragon body finally condensed. This was the body of the primordial demon dragon, filled with supreme majesty, the majesty of the demon Tao. However, the small snake formed from the law of the demon Tao in Yang Hongwu's right hand was overjoyed when it saw the demon dragon. It was fearless. Chapter 767. Demon-devouring Runzawu. The little snakes of the demonic law were like leeches that were nailed to the primordial demon dragon's body. The huge primordial demon dragon let out a shrill cry. The burrowing demon dragon's expression changed drastically. He felt his demonic power being devoured bit by bit. The little snakes that were formed by the supreme ancestral demon law were devouring his demonic power to strengthen themselves. This was something he could not tolerate. Die! He roared. He knew that there was only one way to avoid the supreme ancestral demon law and obtain the supreme ancestral demon law, and that was to kill this young man. He stomped his foot. A huge amount of demonic power rushed into the ground. In less than a breath's time, the power hit Yang Hongwu's body. The burrowing demon dragon's innate mystique was to attack from the ground. Otherwise, it would not be called the burrowing demon dragon. Yang Hongwu's expression changed. Of course, he could feel the powerful impact from the ground. How sharp was his perception? Especially when he activated the demon hand, it became even stronger. At this moment, he could mobilize the demon hand's power with just a thought. Earth-blasting demon fist. This fist technique automatically appeared in Yang Hongwu's mind after he activated the demon hand. It was as if this fist technique had been cultivated for countless years and had reached the point of perfection. When this punch was thrown out, a majestic demonic power poured out like a torrential flood. Boom! When the two forces collided, the ground exploded, creating a huge crater. The surrounding stone walls trembled non-stop, collapsing layer by layer. Yang Hongwu's body shook and he was knocked away. At this moment, the ground cracked open and a huge crater appeared. The rocks above his head shattered one by one and fell to the ground. From this, one could see how terrifying the impact of the collision was. Humph! Yang Hongwu crawled up and let out a groan. Boundless energy erupted once again as an exquisite pagoda appeared above Yang Hongwu's head. That pagoda released a powerful energy that firmly protected him in the middle. The surrounding rocks and the impact of the energy were all blocked outside of the pagoda. This was the Clear Sky Pagoda. At this time, a tower pearl flew out. Fusing together with the Vast Heaven Pagoda, the Vast Heaven Pagoda's aura strengthened all at once. Damn brat! That Vast Heaven Pagoda bead in his hand actually broke free from his grasp and fused together with the Vast Heaven Pagoda. This way, the Vast Heaven Pagoda's power increased by quite a bit. And Yang Hongwu's injuries also obtained tremendous recovery because of the Vast Heaven Pagoda bead. Moreover, Yang Hongwu's cultivation had improved greatly as well. Even though he hadn't truly broken through to the first level of the Exalt realm, his strength had increased by quite a bit. This made Yang Hongwu calm down. The Vast Heaven Pagoda was indeed powerful. Fusing with the Vast Heaven Pagoda bead wasn't as simple as recovering Yang Hongwu's injuries and improving his cultivation. More importantly, Yang Hongwu's comprehension of the Vast Heaven demon suppression art had deepened. This was the greatest benefit that Yang Hongwu obtained. However, what gave Yang Hongwu a headache was that the improvement of the Vast Heaven demon suppression art conflicted with the demon hand, causing the demon hand's power to be restricted. Originally, this was a good thing for Yang Hongwu. Even though the demon hand's power was enormous, it could easily go out of control. If it really lost control and became a demon, it wouldn't be a good thing. However, at this time, the demon hand was suppressed. The huge primordial demon dragon that was originally restrained by the demon hand broke free from its shackles. Ha, man's plans are better than God's. It seems that God is looking after me. After discovering that Yang Hongwu's demonic power weakened, his primordial demon dragon body broke free from its shackles. This made the burrowing demon dragon overjoyed. Even though Yang Hongwu obtained the Vast Heaven Pagoda bead, the power of the Vast Heaven Pagoda seemed to conflict with the supreme demonic power. As a result, they suppressed each other, causing the two forces to not be able to completely erupt. As a result, the burrowing demon dragon had an opportunity to exploit. Humph! Yang Hongwu saw the burrowing demon dragon's primordial demon dragon body launched another attack. Its huge claws grabbed towards Yang Hongwu. The rocks in the surroundings were easily crushed like tofu. A vast amount of energy surged towards Yang Hongwu. Vast Heaven Demon Suppression Seal. Yang Hongwu roared and suppressed the power of the demonic hand. The power of the Haotian demon subduing scripture burst out. In addition to the power of the immoral pagoda, the power of this attack was much stronger than the Haotian demon subduing seal that he had used before. Boom! The primordial demon dragon's giant claws collided with the vast heaven demon suppression seal. Suddenly, a violent light burst out, and that powerful force erupted once again. The dragon nest that was originally underground was suddenly opened up. Boom! With a loud noise, huge stones splashed everywhere. Some of the weaker demons around were seriously injured under the impact of this terrifying force. The tall mountain disappeared in an instant and was replaced by a huge circular crater. Puff! Yang Hanwu spat out a mouthful of blood again. He smiled bitterly in his heart. He was injured again. The primordial demon dragon body was indeed powerful. Boy, this time, you will definitely die. The burrowing demon dragon sneered, and mysterious runes appeared around his body. Primordial demon dragon body fusion. The huge primordial demon dragon body suddenly turned into a huge cloud of black mist. In a breath, it fell on the burrowing demon dragon's body and wrapped the burrowing demon dragon up. It was as if it had formed a huge cocoon. The burrowing demon dragon's body was constantly wriggling inside. Moreover, his aura was constantly increasing, and there were faint signs of breaking through the limit. A terrifying aura burst out from his body. It was getting stronger and stronger, as if the great formation that sealed the burrowing demon dragon's body was about to break free. Yang Hanwu felt a huge pressure, the pressure of life and death. This made Yang Hanwu realize that the situation was a little serious. Damn it! Yang Hanwu cursed. When he originally had a great advantage, because of a small accident, the advantage that he had just gained was gone. This made Yang Hanwu very depressed. At this moment, the demon hand in Yang Hanwu's body moved again. Next, something that shocked Yang Hanwu happened. The demon hand's demon power actually began to fuse with the power cultivated by the Haoyin demon suppression art. This was not a devouring, but a fusion. It was precisely because of this that Yang Hanwu felt that it was inconceivable. After the two forces fused, they formed a very mysterious rune. Chapter 768. Annihilate. Is this a demonic pattern? Yang Hanwu was shocked when the two forces fused. The newly fused forces formed a demonic pattern. In other words, the magic power contained a supreme demonic pattern. Moreover, the supreme demonic pattern seemed to contain the power of devouring. Demon devouring pattern. The Haoyin demon suppression scripture had the ability to suppress evil spirits, while the supreme demonic force of this demonic hand could devour the power of evil spirits. The two forces fused together to form a new force, and this force condensed into a demonic pattern. This demonic pattern was called the demon devouring pattern. Phew! Yang Hanwu exhaled a mouthful of turbid air. He didn't expect his luck to be so good. At this critical moment, the two opposing forces fused together to form a new type of rune. He raised his hands. His magic power condensed and formed a demonic pattern. It was the demon devouring pattern. After the demon devouring pattern appeared, it formed a huge whirlpool. This huge whirlpool was like a vast and boundless black hole. It began to devour the surrounding forces crazily. The one that was affected the most was the demonic chi on the earth-drilling demonic dragon. After the earth-drilling demonic dragon and the primordial demonic dragon fused, a huge black cocoon was formed. The demon-devouring demonic dragon started to devour the demonic chi around the cocoon. The earth-drilling demonic dragon's face changed drastically. He felt his strength weakening continuously. It was like a dam being opened. It began to pour out crazily. He couldn't stop it even if he wanted to. Damn it! What's going on? The earth-drilling demonic dragon king was about to complete his transformation because of the weakening of his strength. He couldn't complete his transformation at all. This made him shocked and angry. Obviously, the reason why he couldn't complete his transformation was because of that brat. This made him unable to continue his transformation. If he continued, he would be in big trouble. He was afraid that his strength would be devoured completely. Therefore, he had to complete his transformation in advance. The black cocoon suddenly exploded, and the huge body of the burrowing demon dragon appeared. At this time, he saw that the thing that was devouring his power was a huge rune. That huge rune gave him a feeling that he couldn't resist. Just looking at it made him feel like his mind was being pulled in. He was extremely shocked. A memory flashed through his mind. That was the memory he had obtained when he obtained the demonic path's opportunity. Demon devouring pattern. It was rumored that this devil mark could devour all devils, even those of the devil Tao. It was nurtured by the supreme great Tao. The heavenly Tao and the demonic Tao were both beneath the great Tao, and the demon-devouring runes were born from the great Tao. How could you have such a thing? No, I don't believe it. It must be fake. How could a cultivator who wasn't even an exalt possess the demon-devouring rune? Therefore, he did not believe it no matter what. I'm going to break this demon-devouring rune. As long as I break this demon-devouring rune, it'll be your death. The drilling demonic dragon roared, and its huge demonic dragon body rushed towards Yang Hongwu. It was like a huge mountain range, and its terrifying aura could crush everything. At this time, the demon-devouring rune continued to expand, like a huge shield. Boom! The two terrifying forces collided, and the space around them was shattered. In the next moment, the demonic chi that erupted was absorbed by the demon-devouring rune. Yang Hongwu's body trembled. Although the demon-devouring rune was powerful, Yang Hongwu's strength was too weak. Moreover, the demon-devouring rune had just been formed. It was like a water tank. If the water tank was full, it would be useless to continue pouring water in. It would overflow. Although Yang Hongwu was injured, it wasn't serious. Unlike him, the burrowing demon dragon was different. Its energy consumption was huge, and a trace of its origin was devoured by the demon-devouring rune. That trace of origin was the supreme demonic Tao's law. My supreme demonic Tao's law. Feeling that his demonic Tao's law was being devoured, the burrowing demon dragon's realm dropped all the way. He couldn't help but scream loudly. It was like an abandoned and bullied wife. Yang Hongwu felt goosebumps all over his body. This guy was too disgusting. After all, he was a great demon. Die! Although the burrowing demon dragon screamed miserably, Yang Hongwu wouldn't feel pity for him. He would be merciful and let him go. If he did that, Yang Hongwu, would be a fool. Boundless dermic powers began to gather in an instant. Demon-killing finger. A huge finger condensed, as if it was the supreme power from the archean divine realm that could destroy all demons. The golden light shone on the churning demonic chi. Suddenly, the demonic chi was like the sun shining on ice and snow. It instantly melted away at an extremely fast speed. The huge finger poked the burrowing demon dragon's head. The burrower demon dragon screamed in pain. A huge hole had appeared in its head, and blood gushed out. Everything within a 10-meter radius was dyed red by the demon's blood. The black demonic blood fell on the ground, making a sizzling sound. Everything stained by the demonic blood was corroded. What a terrifying demonic blood! Yang Hongwu couldn't help but sigh. However, the burrowing demon dragon was dead for sure. Yang Hongwu's finger had shattered his soul, leaving only a wisp of remnant consciousness. Even if this wisp of remnant consciousness managed to escape, it would not be able to revive him. Furthermore, Yang Hongwu would not give him the chance. Yang Hongwu reached out and grabbed the wisp of remnant consciousness, instantly grabbing it in his hand. Don't kill me, don't kill me. I can submit to you and become your slave. I have countless treasures that I can give to you. After being captured by Yang Hongwu, the earth-drilling demonic dragon king's remnant soul begged Yang Hongwu to spare him, hoping that he could live out his ignoble existence. However, Yang Hongwu wasn't an indecisive person. Even if the burrowing demon dragon king had supreme treasures, he wouldn't let him go. You want me to let you go? Impossible. Yang Hongwu raised his right hand, and a ball of yin-yang flame burned. It was a powerful divine flame condensed from the power of yin and yang. The fire of yin and yang was extremely harmful to the soul. As soon as the flame landed on the burrowing demon dragon's remnant soul, it started to burn. Ah! The burrowing demon dragon king let out a mournful scream, but it didn't last long. It completely disappeared in a short while. At this point, the burrowing demon dragon king was completely killed by Yan Hanwu. This time, Yan Hanwu gained a lot. Not to mention the clear sky pagoda pearl, the most important thing was the Devil Devourer rune. Chapter 769. Demonic Dragon Transformation. What is this? After killing the burrowing demonic dragon, Yang Jiao found that something that was neither metal nor wood had fallen from its body. It was pitch black and had mysterious inscriptions on it. Yang Hanwu grabbed the pitch black token in his hand. With a thought, he poured his magic power into the token. Immediately, an image rushed into Yang Hanwu's mind. This was a secret technique that could be used for the demonic dragon transformation. After cultivating it, one could transform into a powerful demonic dragon to fight. Once this secret technique was used, one's strength would instantly increase by several times. Not a bad technique. Yang Hanwu was a little surprised. This technique was indeed not simple. However, it was not suitable for Yang Hanwu. This technique was a little useless to him. He had already cultivated secret techniques that could increase his combat strength. For example, the 9 transformations of the profound dragon was one of them. There was also the Panga True Body secrets. If he cultivated it to the 3rd stage, he could activate the Panga True Body. At that time, he would transform into the Panga True Body. The increase in strength would not be as simple as the demonic dragon transformation. The Panga True Body was much stronger than the demonic dragon transformation. Moreover, the aftereffects were much weaker than the demonic dragon transformation. Therefore, Yang Hanwu did not have much use for this technique. This technique will be of great help to you. At this time, a voice sounded in Yang Hanwu's divine dwellings. It was Shi Bao. Shi Bao's strength had increased a lot compared to before. He would always appear at crucial moments and help Yang Hanwu a lot. This technique is a little useless to me, isn't it? After all, I already have the 9 transformations of the profound dragon and the Panga True Body secrets. Although these 2 techniques are not as powerful as the demonic dragon transformation, they are not far behind. Moreover, the 9 transformations of the profound dragon does not have as many aftereffects as the demonic dragon transformation. Yang Hanwu paused for a moment before continuing. As for the Panga True Body scripture, that goes without saying. It's much more powerful than the demonic dragon transformation. It can be said that it's on a completely different level. Haven't you noticed that the 9 transformations of the mysterious dragon you've been cultivating isn't complete? Shi Bao asked. Yang Hanwu was stunned when he heard this. He really hadn't thought about this. Although the mysterious dragon's 9 transformations was powerful, there were always some obstacles in his cultivation. It was as if there were some areas where he couldn't reach his desired state. Now that he thought about it, he realized that the mystical dragon 9 transformations was not complete. Thinking about what Shi Bao had just said, Yang Hanwu thought of something and said, "That's right, the mysterious dragon's 9 transformations seems to be incomplete. But do you think that the mysterious dragon's 9 transformations that I've cultivated is related to the magical dragon transformation? Or are you saying that this devil dragon transformation can complete the 9 transformations of the profound dragon?" If that was the case, then he had gained another huge benefit. It's not complete. In fact, the magical dragon transformation and the 9 transformations of the mysterious dragon were originally derived from the same cultivation method. You'll understand if you take a closer look, Shi Bao said. Yang Hanwu quickly studied the magical dragon transformation carefully after hearing this. If he didn't take a closer look, nothing would have happened. Now that he did, Yang Hanwu's mind was already immersed in it. After a long while, Yang Hanwu finally recovered from the mystery. They are indeed closely related, Yang Hanwu sighed. The magical dragon transformation was similar to the 9 transformations of the mysterious dragon in many ways. They could indeed be said to have originated from the same source. However, if he wanted to truly merge these two cultivation methods into one, it wouldn't be so easy. With his strength, it wouldn't be something that could be done in a short period of time. For Yang Hanwu, this was indeed a problem that was neither too big nor too small. Moreover, even if he could thoroughly study these two cultivation methods in a short period of time and merge them into one, it would require a lot of energy and time. However, for Yang Hanwu, his time was very precious. How could he have so much time to waste? It wouldn't be long before the Immortal Mansion ranking tournament and the Battle of the 5 Extreme Spaces. That was his primary goal. Therefore, before that, what he needed to do was to increase his strength as quickly as possible. If he wanted to greatly increase his strength in such a short period of time, there were only two ways. One was to dual cultivate with a woman with a purine immoral body or a purine saint body and activate the 6th transformation of the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art. The other way was to find all the clear sky pagoda pearls and completely activate the clear sky pagoda to become a complete clear sky pagoda. That way, Yang Hongwu's cultivation would also greatly increase. The first way wasn't very realistic. There were women with a purine immoral body and a purine saint body. He knew of only 2 such women. One was Bairan and the other was Ancestor Witch Xian Ming. Bairan was in the ancient desolate abyss. The ancient desolate abyss was one of the most dangerous places in the ancient region. It was even more terrifying than the Haotian demon suppression world that he was in now. Back then, Yang Hanwu and the others were only in the periphery of the ancient desolate abyss. No, they hadn't even entered the periphery of the ancient desolate abyss. At that time, Yang Hanwu wasn't very strong and didn't have much of an understanding of the ancient desolate abyss. However, now that his cultivation had reached such a level, he was only a step away from breaking through to the first level of the Venerable Realm. Therefore, his understanding of the ancient desolate abyss was much deeper. Bairan's strength was far from what he could compare to back then. He had even broken through to the Saint Realm and even the Great Saint Realm. Back then, the one who came to the lower world was just a clone of Bairan. Rumor had it that the ancient desolate abyss was actually an ancient battlefield in the Jyotian City. Countless super experts had fallen in the ancient desolate battlefield. The weakest was the Great Saint Realm. No one knew how many Great Emperor Realm super experts had died there. Yang Hanwu wasn't clear about all of this. It was only recorded in ancient books. No one really knew about it. Rumor had it that the ancient desolate abyss was an alien space. In this alien space, the laws were very mysterious. It wasn't the laws of the Jyotian City at all. In other words, the ancient desolate abyss didn't belong to the Jyotian City at all. It was an alien space. Unknown places were the most dangerous. Yang Hanwu originally planned to explore the ancient desolate abyss. Although it was full of danger, the opportunities were also unimaginable. If he obtained a trace of opportunity and obtained the Great Emperor's origin of a Great Emperor, his strength would improve by leaps and bounds. At that time, even if he couldn't break through to the Great Saint Realm, it was indeed possible for him to break through to the Saint Realm. Moreover, the probability was very high. However, Yang Hanwu gave up on the idea of going to the ancient desolate abyss after receiving news of the sorcerer world. Taking a step back, even if Yang Hanwu entered the ancient desolate abyss, he might not be able to find Bairan. Even if he found her, would she be willing to dual cultivate with him? As for Xian Ming ancestral sorcerer, that was even more impossible. Chapter 770. Succubus race to Yang Hanwu. The only way to increase his cultivation was the clear sky pagoda. Finding the remaining clear sky pagoda pearl was his main goal. Forget it. Let's put the demonic dragon transformation and mysterious dragon 9 transformations aside for now. Let's find the clear sky pagoda pearl now. Yang Hanwu sighed. Alright. Seeing that Yang Hanwu did not have the intention to do so, Bauer did not say anything more. It's here. Xian Yu pointed at a huge mountain in front of them. After killing the burrowing demonic dragon, Yang Hanwu headed south under Xian Yu's guidance. After walking for a few hundred miles, he came to a huge mountain. This mountain was so tall that it pierced through the clouds. It was like a celestial mountain surrounded by immortal chi. In the Hao Yin demon suppression world, such a huge mountain was too rare. Yang Hanwu realized that the environment of this mountain was definitely the most unique environment in the Hao Yin demon suppression world. After all, the people living here were all demons. The demonic chi here was not dense, but it was like a paradise on earth. It was too strange, and Yang Hanwu could not help but feel suspicious. No matter what, the clear sky pagoda pearl was on this mountain. That was for sure. Therefore, even if there were any special circumstances on this mountain, he had to go up. Yang Hanwu took a step forward. Wind blew under his feet, and he flew up towards the celestial mountain in front of him. After dozens of breaths, Yang Hanwu landed at the foot of the mountain. A formation appeared in front of him. This formation was not simple. However, even though this formation was not simple, it was not too difficult for Yang Hanwu. After all, he had already opened the formation outside the Hao Yin demon suppression world. Compared to that formation, this formation was like heaven and earth. The difference was too big. Yang Hanwu waved his hand, and dozens of elixirs appeared. These were formation-breaking elixirs. Swoosh swoosh swoosh. Yang Hanwu waved his hands, and the elixirs turned into starlight one by one, flying out and landing in the surroundings. The next moment, an intense light erupted. These rays of light formed a mysterious rune, and Yang Hanwu's hands quickly formed a seal. Open! With a light shout, Yang Hanwu's hands erupted with a powerful force, which impacted the formation. In the blink of an eye, a crack was torn in the formation. Yang Hanwu's body moved, turning into a wisp of smoke, and entered the array formation. What a rich spiritual energy! After entering the array, Yang Hanwu felt the majestic spiritual energy in the array and could not help but be surprised. This place was not filled with demonic chi. It was pure immortal chi, which was the complete opposite of demonic chi. Could it be that there was a cultivator suppressed here? Although he valued Scherbauer's expression, he was afraid that if the other party really wanted to harm him, Scherbauer would have to pay a high price to take him away. But as long as he could leave, it was worth the risk. You have to be alert at all times. Use the Spirit Refining Heart Sutra and the Yin-Yang Soul Locking spell at all times. Scherbauer's tone was very serious. The other party already knows that you're here. Yang Hanwu nodded. Since the other party was so powerful and knew that he was here, it was not difficult at all. Do you know who the other party is? Yang Hanwu thought for a while and said to Xianyu, do you know what kind of mind power expert is sealed in the Hao Yin demon subduing realm? An expert who cultivates the way of charm. The succubus clan. After a while, Xianyu said, in my memory, the old master once sealed a super expert from the succubus clan. Her strength was very terrifying. Her cultivation was at the peak of the great sage realm, but her mental strength had reached the great emperor realm. Even the old master almost fell into her trap. Chapter 771. Unparalleled charm. Yang Hanwu took a few steps forward. A flight of stairs suddenly appeared in front of him. At the end of the stairs, there was a jade palace. It was beautiful and made people yearn for it. Even Yang Hanwu could not help but be tempted. Although he knew that it might be a trap and might be extremely dangerous, even a life-and-death crisis, Yang Hanwu could not help but step up the stairs. After stepping on the stairs, there seemed to be an invisible force that wrapped around his entire body, making him unable to stop walking up. In the next moment, Yang Hanwu shook violently. A cool chi was born from his dantian. The aura of the clear sky pagoda. It was mystic moon that made Yang Hanwu wake up. Yang Hanwu, who woke up, sucked in a breath of cold air. Only then did he understand what was going on. He was actually unknowingly charmed, and the worst thing was that he had not even seen the other party's face. Terrifying, too terrifying. The Tao of charm was actually so powerful and terrifying? No wonder even the clear sky emperor almost fell for it. After taking a deep breath, Yan Hanwu operated his cultivation method to the extreme. Not only that, even the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art and Panga true body incantation were operated together. Not bad, not bad. You can actually break free from my charm power. You have some ability. No wonder you were valued by that old fellow Clear Sky and obtained his inheritance. A clear voice came from the ethereal nothingness. You. Who are you? Come out. Yang Hanwu shouted loudly. You can see me when you come up, the voice said again. Yang Hanwu's face darkened. If he wanted to go up from here, who knew if there would be danger? This woman was also suppressed here by the Clear Sky Emperor. Moreover, she was from the succubus race. Just now, she wanted to charm him and did not have good intentions. However, Yang Hanwu still planned to go up in the end. After all, if he wanted the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl, he had to go up. Moreover, if this woman wanted to harm him, Yang Hanwu really didn't have enough confidence to stop her. Don't worry, I won't harm you. I just want to make a deal with you. You should be here for the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. As long as you agree to one thing, I will give you the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. I can even agree to another condition, said the voice. Whatever conditions, Yang Hanwu did not care. What he wanted right now was just the vast heaven pagoda bead. Anyway, he had no choice but to go up. He simply increased his speed. A few dozen breaths later, Yang Hanwu appeared in the Immortal Palace at the top of the mountain. This place was magnificent, and there was even a spirit gathering formation, causing the spiritual energy here to be denser than anywhere else. Cultivating here was much better than cultivating outside. I'm already here. Enter the palace, the voice said again. Yang Hanwu pushed open the door and walked in, only to see a woman sitting in an elegant room. In front of her was a table with a guqin placed on it. The pleasant guqin music, tinkling, 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 like large and small pearls falling on a jade plate, as if it was the sound of nature. It was a kind of exquisite enjoyment. Yang Hanwu was incomparably shocked. There was no way of hearing it outside. Entering this palace, this guqin music appeared. Yang Hanwu did not believe it. She did not play just now and waited for him to come in before starting. I'm already here. Who in the world are you? What do you want me to do, to be willing to hand the vast heaven pagoda pearl to me? Yang Hanwu looked at her back view and said. Just this back view alone was enough to make one's imagination run wild and endlessly tempting. Yang Hanwu had seen countless beauties. None of his own women were not outstanding beauties, devastatingly beautiful. But this woman, without even seeing her face, made Yang Hanwu feel a powerful charm, making Yang Hanwu almost intoxicated. Little guy, you're not bad. You can still control my true body after seeing it. Below the great sage realm, you're the first. She turned around, wearing a veil on her face, covering her peerless appearance. Yang Hanwu swallowed his saliva. Her figure, there was not a spot that was not beautiful. Every part was a masterpiece of heaven and earth. There was not a trace of criticism at all. With this, her figure was deeply imprinted in Yang Hanwu's mind. This made Yang Hanwu greatly shocked. This woman was too terrifying, really too terrifying. Thank you for the praise. Yang Hanwu tried his best to remain calm in his heart, but even so, his tone was still somewhat trembling. My name is Heavenly Charms. You can call me Mayor. She said again. Senior Heavenly Charms, what do you want me to do? Only then are you willing to give the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl to me? Yang Hanwu said again. In this damned place, Yang Hanwu really did not want to stay for a moment longer. Could it be that I'm so annoying? Heavenly Charms said to Yang Hanwu in a resentful tone. Yang Hanwu's whole body trembled, and he said with a bitter smile, Senior, don't be like this. Senior's charm is too great. I'm afraid that if I continue to stay, I won't be able to control myself and transform into a wolf. I'll do those bad things. If I offend Senior, it won't be good. I don't mind. Heavenly Charms said with a chuckle. Yang Hanwu rolled his eyes and secretly said in his heart, "You don't mind, but I do. This woman is a man-eating demon. If I didn't cultivate a special cultivation method and have good willpower, I'm afraid that not even my bones would be left now." Yang Hanwu did not believe that this woman did not have any intention of him. As for what this woman wanted from him, Yang Hanwu still did not know and could not guess. "Senior, please don't joke around." Yang Hanwu said, "What do I have to do to be willing to give the Haotian Pagoda Pearl to this junior? As long as this junior can do it, I'll do my best." "You can definitely do it." Heavenly Charms said, "This matter, for you, is not the slightest difficulty. It's just a matter of a sentence. Moreover, it won't bring you any harm. Instead, it will bring you great benefits." "What is it?" Yang Hanwu was stunned. He did not believe her words. The Succubus clan was a powerful Succubus clan woman. Not only was the Succubus clan unparalleled in beauty and charm, but their wisdom was also unparalleled. Such a woman was the most terrifying. However, the Succubus clan woman also had an advantage. That was, if she fell in love with any man, then she would really be dead set on it. She would not regret it even if 9 deaths. However, to make a Succubus clan woman fall in love with a man was not something that ordinary people could do. "Let me follow you," Heavenly Charms said. "What?" Yang Hanwu heard this and his eyes widened. He almost could not believe his ears. "Is this true? Follow me? What kind of joke is this?" Chapter 772. Tian Mei's request joke? When have I ever joked with anyone? Also, don't call me senior. Call me Mei. Am I that old? Tian Mei said angrily. Yang Hanwu smiled bitterly. "Mei, why are you following me?" Yang Hanwu asked. "Moreover, I don't have the strength to send you out of the Haotian demon suppression boundary. You don't have to worry about that. Although the Haotian demon suppression boundary is powerful, it can't suppress me." Tian Mei smiled and waved her right hand gently. A terrifying force cut through the sky and a huge crack appeared in the sky. The crack led to the outside world. Yang Hanwu was shocked. The passage was clear and it was not an illusion. Tian Mei is already a great emperor and an invincible one. At this moment, Shi Baoer's voice rang in Yang Hongwu's ears. Yang Hongwu's eyes widened when he heard this. Invincible great emperor. How could he believe this? How could an invincible great emperor be trapped here? Moreover, if she was so powerful, why would she stay here? Mei, you're so powerful that you can easily break through the Haotian demon suppression boundary. I think you're already a legendary great emperor. If that's the case, why are you following me? Yang Hanwu could not figure it out. He really could not figure out why. You're right. I'm already a great emperor and an invincible great emperor. However, there's a huge hidden danger in my cultivation. You can help me. Tian Mei looked at Yang Hanwu and said. Mei, I think you're mistaken. I'm only at the 4th step of the Exalt realm right now, and I haven't even broken through into the Exalt realm. So, how could I help you? She was already an invincible great emperor. How could he, a mere cultivator who was not even honorable, be able to help her solve the hidden danger in her cultivation? You think I'm lying to you? Tian Mei smiled faintly and said, No, I can tell you clearly that even if you don't agree, I will still follow you because only you can help me. You don't have to worry that I will harm you. On the contrary, I will help you solve some problems. I think you really want to obtain the remaining clear Sky Pagoda Pearl, right? I can help you obtain it and allow your cultivation to break through to the Venerable Realm. You know where the remaining Tower Pearls are? Yang Hanwu was a little surprised. There are 3 Tower Pearls in the Haotian Demon Suppression world. You already have one, I have one, and there is one left. Of course, I know where it is. Apart from these 3 Tower Pearls, I also know the specific locations of the other 2. Tian Mei looked at Yang Hanwu and said, If you agree to let me follow you, I can tell you the location of the remaining 2 tower pearls and help you get them. Yang Hanwu really couldn't figure out why this woman insisted on following him. Could it be that there was some hidden danger in her body that she needed his help to remove? However, this woman's cultivation was too terrifying. If she wanted to harm him, it would be very terrifying. This tower pearl is for you. After saying that, she waved her hand and the tower pearl flew towards Yang Hanwu. Yang Hanwu stretched out his hand and grabbed the tower pearl. Xian Yu instantly emitted a ray of light and the tower pearl merged with her. The moment the tower pearl merged with Yang Hanwu, he felt that his strength had increased. The entire clear sky pagoda changed once again and received a great increase in strength. Xian Yu's cultivation and aura rose steadily. After a dozen breaths, Xian Yu's aura completely stabilized. Although the increase this time wasn't as great as the previous time, it was still a lot. As for Yang Hanwu, his mental strength was much stronger than before. His divine soul was also strengthened. How is it? Have you decided? All right. However, I will be in the ancient domain. Your cultivation is so strong. As a great emperor expert, you shouldn't be able to appear in the ancient domain with your true body, right? Yang Hanwu finally chose to agree. After all, looking at her appearance, if he didn't agree, he wouldn't be able to get rid of her. This isn't a problem. I will seal my cultivation. This way, there won't be a problem. Tianmei smiled and said, my situation wasn't too good to begin with. I can't casually use my great emperor strength. It's fine if it's a few times, but if it's too much, the situation will become very bad. Yang Hanwu looked at her words and didn't feel like she was lying. However, he didn't know how much of her words were true or false. However, so what if it was true or false? This was nothing to him. Tianmei's strength was very strong. Even if she didn't use her great emperor strength, her battle strength was still very terrifying. Especially her charm technique. Even if she didn't use her magic power, she could still use it to the extreme. All in all, this was a terrifying woman. He couldn't offend her. All right. Yang Hanwu said, I'm going to look for the other clear sky pagoda pearl now. I'll bring you there. As Tianmei said, a rainbow light flashed around her body. The entire palace suddenly moved and turned into a huge battleship. This is my battleship. It's an emperor-grade battleship. It's called Tianmei Battleship. Yang Hanwu only felt a tremor. After 10 breaths, Tianmei said again, we're here. We're here already? Yang Hanwu was stunned when he heard this. This speed was too fast. Do you see it? Your clear sky pagoda pearl is in that demonic pagoda. Tianmei said. Xian Yu's face became serious. She said to Yang Hanwu, this pagoda pearl has already been demonized. Demonized? Yang Hanwu's face darkened, is it because of that demonic pagoda? I don't know. Xian Yu shook her head, ask that woman Tianmei. She should know. Mayor, do you know what kind of demon is in that demonic pagoda? Yang Hanwu looked at Tianmei and asked, how's his strength? That's a wolf cub. As for his strength, it's passable. Tianmei said, however, that wolf cub has a special ability that can demonize an emperor-grade weapon. If he's stronger and breaks through to the great emperor grade, even this clear sky demon-suppressing world can be demonized by him. That's a spirit-devouring demonic wolf? Xian Yu was shocked. Spirit-devouring demonic wolf? Chapter 773. Snatching the pagoda pearl, you have a way? Yang Hanwu knew that she must have a way to solve the problem. Otherwise, she would not have said that. Of course. Since I have promised you to get the clear sky pagoda pearl, I will definitely do it. I, Tianmei, am a woman of my word. Tianmei chuckled. Thank you, Mayor. Yang Hanwu said. How are you going to thank me if I get it for you? Tianmei's fragrance made Yang Hanwu intoxicated. Mayor, just say the word. As long as I can do it. Yang Hanwu said in a daze. That's what you said. Tian Mei's lips curled into a smile. She was very satisfied. At this moment, Yang Hanwu regained his senses and realized that he had been tricked. He smiled bitterly. This girl's charm was too terrifying. He had been charmed unknowingly. However, he could not go back on his words. He was depressed. Little wolf cub, get the hell out here. Tian Mei released her power and a force hit the demonic pagoda. The demonic pagoda shook violently. The spirit-devouring demonic wolf was cultivating in the demonic pagoda. He wanted to break through to the great emperor realm as soon as possible and escape this place. However, he was furious when he heard what Tian Mei said. Who dared to disturb his cultivation? However, his expression changed when he thought about it carefully. In the Haotian demon-suppressing world, there was only one person who had such strength and could move freely. That was Tian Mei. Tian Mei was the most terrifying person in the Haotian demon-suppressing world. She was also the person who could leave this place freely. Initially, she was not suppressed by the Haotian Great Emperor. Instead, the two of them reached an agreement to let Tian Mei stay in the Haotian demon-suppressing world. This was not a secret among the upper echelons of the Haotian demon-suppressing world. However, all the powerful demons knew about this. Once upon a time, there was a powerful devil who had reached the fourth step Great Emperor realm. He was only one step away from becoming a great emperor. He coveted Heavenly Charm's beauty and sent out a doppelganger to capture Heavenly Charm. In the end, Heavenly Charm was enraged and killed the demon in one blow. With just one blow, the demon was reduced to ashes and his soul dispersed. He knew the strength of that demon very well. That guy was his immediate superior. He was far from being a match for Tian Mei, yet he was killed by Tian Mei in one move. It was clear how terrifying Tian Mei's strength was. Since then, no one dared to have any ideas about Tian Mei. They were all terrified of Heavenly Charms, afraid that she would attack them. Heavenly Charms Fairy, why are you here? The devouring spirit demon wolf appeared outside the tower and looked at Heavenly Charms with a flattering expression. Yang Hanwu was stunned. Didn't the devouring spirit demon wolf say that he was ferocious and domineering? Why was he acting like a pug now? This was 2F** King weird. Hand over the clear sky pagoda pearl and the demonic pagoda. Heavenly Charms said coldly. She did not care about the devouring spirit demon wolf's flattery at all. The devouring spirit fiend wolf's face changed as he heard this. He smiled bitterly and said, well, Heavenly Charms Fairy, I can give you the clear sky pagoda pearl, but this demonic pagoda is my life treasure. If I give it to you, it will be a great loss to me. It will damage my foundation, and it will be difficult for me to improve in the future. So, please don't make things difficult for Wolf Cub now. Fairy, you are very powerful, and this demonic pagoda is useless to you. Fairy, please forgive me. If I, Wolf Cub, have offended you in any way, you can tell me directly. I will apologize to you. Yang Hanwu was shocked when he heard the devouring spirit demon wolf's words. This devouring spirit demon wolf seemed to be very afraid of Heavenly Charms. Although Heavenly Charms Fairy was powerful, he was still a devouring spirit demon wolf. He was a demon Dao expert at the peak of the great sage realm. Was there a need to be so humble? Could it be that all demon Dao people were like this? That was definitely not the case. The key was still Heavenly Charms Fairy. It was just that she had something that made the devouring spirit demon wolf afraid. That was the key. However, to Yang Hanwu, this had nothing to do with him. Even if Heavenly Charms Fairy had some treasure that made these demons so afraid, he had no way to take it from her. Anyway, this Heavenly Charms Fairy would follow him in the future. To Yang Hanwu, she was a good fighter. Yes, a super fighter who was unbelievably beautiful. There were many things that he could not do, so he could let her do it. Thinking of this, Yang Hanwu's mouth curled into a smile. You want me to be your fighter? You don't have to think about it. I said that I have some problems with my cultivation. There are hidden dangers in my body. So, I can't be your fighter. Just give up. Before Yang Hongwu could finish his beautiful dream, he heard Heavenly Charms Fairy's voice in his mind. Yang Hongwu was shocked. She actually knew what he was thinking. This was too scary. You. Yang Hongwu pointed at her. You. Mei Er, how do you know what I'm thinking? Of course I know. As long as you want to know something about me, I can know. Heavenly Charms smiled faintly. Your current strength is too weak. When your strength reaches the level of a sage, I won't have any way to know what you're thinking. Yang Hongwu's face was bitter. It was as if he had lost his parents. If Heavenly Charms could know what he was thinking, then what secrets did he have? This feeling was too unpleasant. You don't have to worry. As long as you don't think about anything about me, it's hard for me to pry into your thoughts. Seeing Yang Hongwu's expression, Heavenly Charms Fairy was a little proud. She patted his shoulder and comforted him. On the other side, when the spirit-devouring demon wolf saw that Heavenly Charms Fairy was ignoring him, he became even more nervous. This female demon had really taken a fancy to his pagoda. What should he do? This pagoda was his natal magic treasure. Once he gave it away, it would be a huge loss to him. His strength would definitely drop from the Great Sage Realm to the Sage Realm. Moreover, his origin would be damaged, and his cultivation speed would be greatly reduced. He probably wouldn't be able to recover to the Great Sage Realm without tens of thousands of years. How could he be willing to give up the pagoda? Fairy, if you insist on taking my pagoda, I won't agree to it unless you kill me. However, even if you kill me, this pagoda will explode with me. At that time, you won't be able to get anything. I know that you're extremely powerful, but the explosion of a middle-grade Emperor weapon is immensely powerful. I don't think you'll be able to withstand it, right? The spirit-devouring demonic wolf gritted his teeth and said to Tian Mei and Yang Hongwu. You dare to threaten me? Heavenly Charms Fairy's face darkened. You can try. Let's see if you can self-destruct in front of me. With that, Heavenly Charms Fairy's terrifying aura exploded. A huge pressure enveloped the spirit-devouring demon wolf, making him unable to move at all. Chapter 774. Honorable Realm Level 1. The spirit-devouring fiend wolf was still not confident. Even though the power of self-destruction was strong, it might not be able to hurt Heavenly Charms. Furthermore, in the face of Heavenly Charms, even his soul was shivering. Whether or not he could self-destruct was still a question. Handing over the Destiny Demon Pagoda would at most cause his cultivation state to drop and his source to be damaged. However, he could still recover and cultivate back. It was just a matter of time. Are you sure you want to die? The voice of Heavenly Charms rang out once more. I promise you. When he said this, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf seemed to have used up all his strength. At least you know what's good for you. Heavenly Charms snorted, hand it over and don't play any tricks. Otherwise, I'll let you know what it means to wish you were dead. The spirit-devouring fiend wolf laughed bitterly. He had no choice. Who asked her to be so strong? After wiping away the imprint on the pagoda, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf's cultivation state dropped rapidly. His face was extremely pale. Now that his source was damaged, he did not know how long it would take for him to recover. Take it away. At this moment, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf's heart was bleeding. Initially, this pagoda was just a lower-graded Emperor weapon. He had spent countless resources and nurtured it for countless years to raise it to a middle-graded Emperor weapon. To think that it would be snatched away right now. How could he not be in pain? Heavenly Charms stretched out her hand and grabbed the small pagoda in her hands. Then, just like the clear sky pagoda pearl, she handed it over to Yang Hongwu. It's yours. The moment the two items were in Yang Hongwu's hands, Xian Yu's body gave off a mysterious aura. The clear sky pagoda pearl was starting to fuse together. Not only that, the small pagoda was being devoured as well. Yang Hongwu was surprised. Master, your luck is way too good. This pagoda isn't that simple. It contains the power of primordial. After devouring this pagoda, my strength will increase by another level. In fact, I might even surpass my peak in the future and enter an even higher level. Xianyu exclaimed in joy. Yang Hongwu was equally surprised. To think that his luck would be so good to receive such benefits. Yang Hongwu could feel that the aura of devouring fiend pagoda pearl was increasing his god soul and spirit body refinement. The Panga true body was also greatly tempered. From afar, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf looked at Yang Hongwu, who was standing beside heavenly charms. He was a little envious. This human was really lucky and had caught the eye of heavenly charms. You are actually cultivating here. Seeing Yang Hongwu break through, heavenly charms waved her hand and moved Yang Hongwu into the battleship. Then, he said to the spirit-devouring demonic wolf, I will give you a promise. When this brat breaks through to the great sage realm in 100 years, he will release you. At that time, he will give you some compensation. He is the successor of Hao Yin. I won't say anything else. Thank you, fairy. The spirit-devouring demonic wolf's eyes lit up. Although the Clear Sky Emperor had trapped them here, the spirit-devouring demonic wolf was very resentful at first. However, as time passed, the resentment faded. He knew that if it wasn't for the Clear Sky Demon Suppression World, he would have died long ago. Of course, not all demons would have such an epiphany. Only a small portion of them were truly enlightened, and the spirit-devouring demonic wolf happened to be one of them. It was precisely because of this that the spirit-devouring demonic wolf's strength was greatly enhanced in the Supreme Heavenly Mirror's Demon Suppression World. If he was really the successor of Clear Sky Emperor, it was still possible for him to release him when he was strong enough. Seeing how close Heavenly Charms was to him, Heavenly Charms' promise was equivalent to his promise. It was only 100 years. If he cultivated by himself, he might not be able to break through to the Great Emperor realm in 10,000 years, let alone 100 years. Without reaching the Great Emperor realm, it was impossible for him to leave. Compared to freedom, what was the harm in losing an Emperor weapon? In his original plane, he had a treasure. As long as he returned, he could quickly recover his cultivation. At this moment, Yang Hongwu's aura was increasing rapidly. The surrounding spiritual qi was sucked in crazily, forming a spiritual qi vortex. After a dozen breaths, the majestic spiritual qi seemed to have condensed to an extreme. The spiritual power in Yang Hongwu's body was compressed to the extreme. Boom! With a loud sound, the bottleneck of the honorable realm was completely broken. The spiritual power in Yang Hongwu's body exploded. His aura suddenly increased by dozens of times. His body floated up, and he looked like an invincible god of war. The golden light was blinding and extremely dazzling. Boom! Yang Hongwu opened his eyes. 2 rays of golden light shot out from his eyes and punched 2 holes in the wall of the warship. D*MNU, kid. That's my precious battleship. Seeing the hole in her battleship, Sky Charms felt her heart ache. Brat, why aren't you restraining your aura? Do you think you're invincible and can challenge me just because you've broken through to the honorable realm? Heavenly Charms said angrily. Look at what you've done. My warship was damaged by you. You have to compensate me. Yang Hongwu quickly restrained his aura. Looking at the marks on the warship, he smiled bitterly. May Air, how do you want me to compensate you? Yang Hongwu was still very grateful to Heavenly Charms. If it wasn't for her, it would be extremely difficult for him to obtain the last 2 Clear Sky Pagoda pearls in the Hao Yin Demon Suppression World. I'll tell you when I think of it. Heavenly Charms said. Yang Hongwu was speechless. Do all women like to use this trick? Suddenly, Yang Hongwu remembered something. It was the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint. He was so focused on the Clear Sky Pagoda pearls that he forgot about that guy. Xianyu, where's 9 Thoughts now? Yang Hongwu asked. Back then, he was separated from the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint in the Dragon's Lair. He didn't even know where that guy was now. Now that he had obtained the clear sky pagoda pearls and his cultivation base had broken through, it was time to leave. Moreover, there were only a few days left before the Immortal Mansion ranking battle. If he didn't return now, he would be delayed. Yes, there are 2 waves of energy in the northeast direction. They should be fighting with some demons. Xianyu said. Northeast direction? 2 little demons are fighting. Heavenly Charms said. You're looking for that guy. I'll take you there. After saying that, Heavenly Charms started the warship. Then, a white light burst out from the warship. A huge void passage appeared in front of her, and the warship entered it. After a few breaths, the warship came out again. A warship? One of them was the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, and the other was a skeleton demon. Black demon flames flickered all over his body, and he held a spear in his hand. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint was holding a sword. The moment the warship appeared, both of them stared at it. The skeleton demon was very clear about this warship. It was the Heavenly Charms Witch's warship. The Heavenly Charms Witch was a taboo existence in the entire Haotian demon suppression world. The appearance of this warship made the skeleton demon tremble. He thought to himself, why is she here? Chapter 775. The Heavenly Enchantress's Man Yam Hangwu. When the battleship was taken away and 2 people appeared, one of whom was Yam Hangwu, 9 Thoughts Demon Saint breathed a sigh of relief. That's the Heavenly Enchantress. Who's that man? Skeleton Demon was stunned when he saw Yam Hangwu beside the Heavenly Enchantress. Since when did the Heavenly Enchantress become so intimate with a man? Moreover, he's only a first-level martial saint. Could it be that that man was her gigolo? Although he thought so, he didn't dare to say it out loud. If he angered the Heavenly Enchantress, he wouldn't even know how he died. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, why are you here? Yang Hangwu asked. It's a long story. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint looked at the woman beside Yang Hangwu. He couldn't see through her, but he didn't care. Since she was so close to Yang Hangwu, she must be Yang Hongwu's woman. He was already used to seeing beautiful women around Yang Hangwu. He looked at Yang Hangwu and whispered, "You're amazing. Another stunning beauty." He could see that this woman wasn't simple. Even his heart raced when he saw her. It was enough to show how powerful she was. However, I'm afraid you won't be able to control this woman. Don't cause trouble in your backyard. Bang! As soon as he finished speaking, his entire body flew up and crashed heavily into a small mountain. The entire small mountain was knocked down. Pfft! 9 Thoughts Demon Saint got up in a sorry state. He was seriously injured. A few of his ribs were broken, and he spat out a mouthful of blood. This was the result of the Heavenly Enchantress showing mercy. If she didn't, she could easily take his life. This woman is too terrifying. If you dare to say another word, I'll kill you. Heavenly Enchantress said coldly. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint couldn't help but shiver when he saw the murderous look in her eyes. No. I wouldn't dare. Senior, I was just joking. Please forgive me. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint said with an apologetic smile. I'll let you off this time. Skeleton Demon, who was standing at the side, felt relieved. Looking at 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, he was gloating in his heart. This guy didn't know how powerful the Heavenly Enchantress was. How dare he make fun of her? He was courting death. He wondered what the demoness was doing here. Thinking of this, Skeleton Demon felt extremely nervous. Could it be that he's here to cause trouble for me? Let's go. Yang Hangwu glanced at the 9 Thoughts Demonic Saint. This guy is really courting death. How dare he joke about Heavenly Charms? Heavenly Charms was an invincible great emperor. Even his original body might not be able to defeat Heavenly Charms, let alone him. Wait, there is something on the Skeleton Demon that will be of great help to you. Sher Baoer's voice suddenly appeared in Yang Hongwu's mind. What is it? Yang Hongwu was stunned. A bone, Sher Baoer said. Bone? Yang Hanwu was stunned. What was so special about a bone? Could it be the bone of some expert? Dragon bone. Dragon bone? If it was an ordinary dragon bone, Bauer wouldn't be interested in it. But since Bauer said so, it must not be an ordinary dragon bone. It's the primordial dragon bone, Bauer said. Are you saying that this dragon bone is of the same level as the one I fused with? Yang Hanwu took a deep breath. If it was really the primordial dragon bone, it would be of great help to him. It could allow his 9-dragon saint body to evolve again. That's right. If I'm not wrong, this should belong to the primordial dragon. However, I don't know how it ended up in the hands of the skeletal demon. You must get your hands on this dragon bone. It'll be of great help to you, Bauer said. All right. Now that he knew, there was no reason to let it go. At this moment, Heavenly Charm's voice rang in Yang Hongwu's ears. Well, you found him. Let's go. I'm tired of being trapped here for so many years. It's time to go out. Heavenly Charm sighed. In the battle with Haotian Monarch had the upper hand. In the end, the two of them reached an agreement. She would stay in the Haotian devil suppression world and wait for someone who had cultivated the Haotian devil suppression art. Only then could she leave with him. And that person could help her remove the hidden dangers in her body. However, she didn't have any resentment or hatred for Haotian Emperor. On the contrary, she was grateful to him. If she hadn't been in the Haotian demon suppression realm, she would have been in a terrible state. After all, the hidden danger was too great. Wait, I have something to do, Yang Hanwu said, shaking his head. What is it? Heavenly Charm frowned slightly. He has something I need, Yang Hanwu said, pointing at the skeleton demon. He's just a skeleton demon. What is it that you want? Heavenly Charm was surprised. Yang Hanwu had many treasures on him. This skeleton demon was a pauper. What treasures could he have? My lord, if there's anything you want, just say it. As long as I have it, I'll give it to you, the skeleton demon said flatteringly after hearing Yang Hongwu's words. Dragon bone, Yang Hanwu said. The skeleton demon's face changed upon hearing this. My lord, what dragon bone? I don't know. You're not willing to give it to me? Yang Hongwu's face darkened. He was someone who practiced the Tao of Dragon. The Tao of Dragon was the cultivation technique of the primordial revered dragon. Although Yang Hanwu was only at the entry level, he could unleash boundless power. Who was the primordial revered dragon? He was an existence that surpassed the god-refining great emperor. He was even stronger than Haotian Emperor. Yang Hanwu did not expect that there would be a fragment of the primordial revered dragon's bone here. However, Yang Hanwu found it strange that Bauer had sensed something when he couldn't. Yang Hanwu did not notice the fragment of dragon bone. The skeleton demon must have used some special technique to conceal the aura of the dragon bone. If you're not willing, I can find it by killing you, Yang Hanwu said coldly. Skeleton, you're still playing tricks? A cold light flashed in Heavenly Charm's eyes as she said coldly. Heavenly Charm snorted. The skeleton demon felt as if he was struck by lightning. His skeleton was about to fall apart. I'll give it to you, I'll give it to you. The skeleton demon's soul was almost shattered by Heavenly Charm's snort. If she did it again, his soul would be destroyed. As he spoke, he took out an item from his storage space. It was a box with runes engraved on it. It's in here. Yang Hanwu grabbed the box with one hand. No wonder he couldn't sense it. It was because of the box. The runes on the box were sealing runes that isolated the aura of the dragon bone. Chapter 776. Immortal dragon body. Alright, you can scram now. Yang Hanwu waved his hand. With the item in his hands, he could raise his strength to the next level. This time, he had gained a lot from saving the 9 Thoughts demonic saint. Not only had he reached the first level of the martial honorable realm, he had also gained a powerful bodyguard. Of course, more importantly, he had gained many other benefits as well. The dragon bone of the primordial revered dragon was one of them. Let's go! Heavenly Charms waved her hand and a force enveloped Yan Hanwu. In the next moment, the two of them appeared in the battleship again. Let's leave the Haotian demon suppression world now. Yan Hanwu nodded his head. What's in the box? After the battleship was activated, Heavenly Charms was very curious. The runes on the box were very mysterious and powerful. As an invincible great emperor, Heavenly Charms could definitely tell. A piece of dragon bone. It's useless to ordinary people. But to me, it's a treasure that can raise my strength again. Yan Hanwu said. Use the battleship to bring me to the Tiani immortal abode. I want to cultivate in seclusion to integrate this dragon bone. Alright. But you can't cultivate here now. I have a cultivation room in the battleship. You can cultivate in it. Heavenly Charms said. Yan Hanwu nodded his head. After entering the cultivation room, Yan Hanwu set up a formation to isolate the area from the outside world. Then, he slowly took out the box and opened it. A piece of dragon bone lay there quietly. But the terrifying dragon aura from the dragon bone was shocking. Even with the formation seal and the cultivation room, it couldn't withstand it. Heavenly Charms, who was outside the cultivation room, could feel the terrifying dragon aura. What a terrifying dragon aura! Heavenly Charms waved her hand and a powerful seal appeared, adding another layer of seal to the entire cultivation room. A seal created by a Heavenly Charms great emperor was extremely terrifying. I wonder what dragon bone this guy got. It's at least an Emperor Realm dragon bone. After adding another layer of seal to the cultivation room, Heavenly Charms closed her eyes. The bones of the primordial revered dragon. Yang Hongwu's hands glowed with golden light and covered the dragon bones of the primordial revered dragon. The Tao of the dragon was channeled to its limits, and the 9 transformations yin-yang harmony art was activated as well. Bit by bit, the power of the dragon bone was absorbed into his body through his hands, constantly tempering Yang Hongwu's body. The dragon soul continued to condense and improve. 1 cycle, 2 cycles. After an unknown amount of time, the bone turned into a small golden dragon. With a whoosh, the little golden dragon entered Yang Hongwu's body and fused with Yang Hongwu's spine once again. Yang Hongwu shuddered. The bones in his body were all impacted by the majestic power and underwent a shocking transformation. All the bones in his body turned golden. It was the same color as the original dragon bone. Immortal dragon body. Yang Hongwu opened his eyes. At this point, the power of the dragon bone had been completely refined. The origin of the dragon bone had also been devoured and refined. Although his strength didn't rise to the 2nd level of the honorable realm, his Tao of the dragon had improved tremendously. Furthermore, what surprised Yang Hongwu the most was that another cultivation technique had appeared in his mind. This was a powerful cultivation technique of the primordial revered dragon. Immortal dragon body. This immortal dragon body wasn't any weaker than the Pangareal body that he cultivated. However, what made Yang Hongwu depressed was that although he had cultivated so many powerful cultivation techniques, they seemed to be a little heterogeneous. To a martial artist, it wasn't a good thing to have a heterogeneous cultivation technique without mastery. If one cultivated too many cultivation techniques, they would appear to be lacking in mastery. After all, one's energy was limited. Therefore, Yang Hongwu was considering which cultivation technique to cultivate. Of course, it would be best if he could combine these cultivation techniques. However, it wasn't an easy task to combine these supreme cultivation techniques. His cultivation realm and strength were still too weak. He didn't have the ability to combine these cultivation techniques at all. Therefore, he could only choose one cultivation technique as his main cultivation technique. Of course, he couldn't give up on the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art. Therefore, this cultivation technique was his main cultivation technique. It was also Yang Hongwu's most fundamental cultivation technique. As for the other cultivation techniques, there were several types of cultivation techniques. One was the Panga real body scripture, and the other was the immortal dragon body. These two cultivation techniques were both first-class cultivation techniques. It was also very difficult to cultivate them. However, if one cultivated them to the greater success realm, they would be extremely terrifying and powerful. Both of them had their own advantages and weaknesses. Other cultivation techniques included the Tao of the Dragon, the Spirit Refining Heart Sutra, and so on. These cultivation techniques were all dreams of some martial artists. Every single one of them contained unparalleled power. When cultivated to the extreme, one could become an invincible great emperor. It was even possible to surpass an invincible great emperor. Yi Futian took a deep breath. Yang Hanwu shook his head and threw this question to the back of his mind. He opened the door of the cultivation room and walked out. He saw Tianmei guarding the door. "Congratulations, your strength has improved again." Tianmei was a little surprised to see Yang Hanwu come out. Of course, she could see that Yang Hanwu's physical body was much stronger than before. His spiritual soul was also several times stronger. At this moment, his soul and spiritual energy were even stronger than those eminent saint stage powerhouses. However, his cultivation realm was only in the honorable realm. It was enough to show how strong and powerful his foundation was. Moreover, the power contained in the dragon bone was enough to allow a martial artist to break through from the first level of the honorable realm to the saint realm. However, Yang Hanwu couldn't break through at all. This was because his foundation was too strong. If he wanted to break through, he would need a lot of accumulation. It was hundreds or thousands of times more difficult than ordinary martial artists. Therefore, having a strong foundation had both advantages and disadvantages. The advantage was that once he broke through, he would be invincible among his peers. However, the disadvantage was that every breakthrough was very difficult and required a lot of accumulation. "I still have to thank you for your help." Yang Hanwu smiled. "Your current combat strength should be enough to defeat ordinary saint experts, right?" Tianmei said, "If you go all out, even great saint experts may not be your match." Yang Hanwu nodded. This was indeed the truth. However, great saint experts weren't easy to deal with. The fusion of the primordial dragon sovereign's dragon bone and the clear sky pagoda pearl allowed Yang Hongwu's strength to break through to the honorable realm. In this way, Yang Hongwu's seal became more solid and the seal of the blood soul life-death curse became more complete. At least, he didn't have to worry about the curse breaking out for 3 years. Moreover, he could use the 6 turns of Yin Yang and the Yin Yang sky sealing talisman again. Chapter 777. The two women meet were almost there. The speed of the Emperor-level warship was extremely frightening. The reason why it was so slow was because Yang Hanwu was cultivating, and Tianmei was deliberately slowing down. Emperor-level warship. Seeing the appearance of the warship, the disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion all acted as if they were facing a great enemy. This was an Emperor-level warship that not even the Tianyi Immortal Mansion had. However, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion also had a trump card that could withstand the attack of the Emperor-level warship. Otherwise, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion would have been reduced to ashes long ago. At this moment, Yang Hanwu came out of the warship and looked at the Tianyi Immortal Mansion's Mountain Gate Elder, who looked as if he was facing a great enemy. "Yang Hanwu, why didn't you come out earlier?" Seeing that it was Yang Hanwu, the Mountain Gate Elder heaved a sigh of relief. At this moment, Tianmei kept the warship. Seeing the appearance of Tianmei, many of the Mountain Gate disciples were stunned. She was simply too beautiful. She was simply a fairy that had descended to the mortal world. As for the Mountain Gate Elder, he looked as if he was facing a great enemy. To be able to become the Mountain Gate Elder of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion and guard the Mountain Gate Elder, his eyesight and strength were naturally top-notch. He possessed a powerful eye technique, and his strength had long reached the Great Sage realm. Only at the crucial moment would he erupt with battle strength to protect the safety of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Yan Hanwu, you. The Mountain Gate Elder looked at Yan Hanwu and Tian Mei, but did not dare to say anything. This woman's strength was too terrifying. He could tell that this peerless beauty was not a human, but a demon. Her strength was extremely frightening, surpassing the great sage realm. In addition, she had an emperor-level warship. If she wanted to harm the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, it would be very troublesome. Therefore, in front of Tian Mei, he really did not dare to say anything bad about her. If he did not dare to target her, it would be troublesome if he angered her. The Tianyi Immortal Mansion would not be able to withstand her anger. Although they were in the ancient domain and were restricted by the laws of the ancient domain, their opponent was, after all, an Emperor Realm expert. The abilities of an Emperor Realm expert were unimaginable to ordinary people. Don't worry, she won't do anything harmful to Immortal's Mansion. Yang Hanwu saw the worry in the Elder's eyes and chuckled. I hope so. The Mountain Gate Elder sighed. However, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion was not that simple. After all, there was a super formation in the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Once they entered the formation, they would be suppressed by the formation if they wanted to attack. Even if they could not destroy heavenly charms, they could trap her for a period of time or even send her away into the boundless void. This was the biggest trump card of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. If they wanted to break into the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, they would have to destroy the grand formation of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. However, the grand formation of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion was not that easy to destroy. Don't worry. A mere Tianyi Immortal abode is nothing to me. Tian Mei said disdainfully. Even your Emperor Tianyi is nothing in front of me. You sure talk big. The other elder was furious when he heard Tian Mei's words. Who was Tianyi Great Emperor? He was the founder of Tianyi Immortal Palace. He was a peak Great Emperor. Humph. Tian Mei snorted when she saw the situation. An overbearing force rushed out and landed on the elder's ear. He was sent flying as if he had been struck by lightning. He was bleeding from his 7 orifices. He was severely injured in just one move. Please calm down. Senior, please calm down. The other elder quickly apologized when he saw the situation. He even signaled Yang Hanwu with his eyes. He could tell that Yang Hanwu and Tian Mei had a good relationship. Mei heir, Yang Hanwu looked at Tian Mei and said, for my sake, don't be calculative. All right. Tian Mei said coldly, for Yang Hanwu's sake, I'll let you go this time. Otherwise, you'll die without a doubt. No one can save you. A terrifying aura burst out all of a sudden, causing everyone to be shocked. What a terrifying aura. Husband. At this moment, Yuji and the other girls rushed out. Gu Shaoxian rushed into Yang Hanwu's arms. However, Princess Guyu looked resentful. Yang Hanwu smiled bitterly when he saw Princess Guyu. And Yuji, these women, were all angry. Because Heavenly Charms was too beautiful and her strength was too strong. However, when Xian Ming appeared, Heavenly Charms and Xian Ming's eyes collided, causing sparks to fly. Yang Hanwu smiled bitterly when he saw the two of them. One of them was an ancestor sorcerer who was very powerful. Although she had not recovered to her peak, she could still unleash the strength of a great emperor. The other was an invincible great emperor from the succubus tribe. Although her strength was suppressed due to special reasons, she could still unleash the strength of a great emperor for a short period of time. The strength of the two women could be said to be equally matched. Ancestor sorcerer Xian Ming. Heavenly enchantress. The two of them knew each other. They were both powerful women. They were rivals as one was from the sorcerer tribe and the other was from the succubus tribe. They used to be rivals. What are you trying to do here? Xian Ming said coldly. If you want to harm Yang Hanwu, I won't let you go. Whatever your goal is, I'll do the same, Heavenly Charms said with a faint smile. Cough, cough. Let's go in first. This is not the place to talk. Yang Hanwu let go of Gu Shaoxian and Yuji when he saw the two of them opposing each other. He coughed twice and said to Xian Ming and Tian Mei. The two of them did not want to be watched by others. At the same time, they snorted and walked inside. At this moment, the leader of Tianyi appeared. Yang Hongwu, you're finally back. The leader of Tianyi did not seem surprised by Tianmei's appearance. Instead, he said to Tianmei and Xianming, "Seniors, please come in." "Master." Yang Hongwu bowed to the leader of Tianyi. In fact, the leader of Tianyi was Yang Hongwu's master. "Let's go." The Immortal Mansion ranking tournament is about to begin. This time, it concerns the survival of our Tianyi Immortal Mansion. At this point, the leader of Tianyi's expression was very serious. "What's wrong, master? Did something happen?" Yang Hongwu found it strange when he saw the leader of Tianyi's expression. Even if the Tianyi Immortal Mansion did not get first place in the ranking tournament, it shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, it concerned the survival of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Tian came. The leader of Tianyi smiled bitterly. "If it wasn't for Senior Xianming, I'm afraid our Tianyi Immortal Mansion would have been doomed." Tian's strength had increased too quickly. It was too terrifying. If it wasn't for the existence of ancestor Xianming, Tian would have attacked the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. There was another reason, and that was the death of the Tianyu emissary. Chapter 778. Entering the 5 extreme space. The increase in Tian's strength was within Yang Hongwu's expectations. However, he didn't expect Tian to become so powerful. If it wasn't for Xianming, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion wouldn't have been able to protect itself. Yang Hongwu frowned and said, "Tian's strength has become so powerful?" "Yes, I didn't expect it either." The leader of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion smiled bitterly. "However, it's fortunate that you've returned and have such a powerful helper." In fact, the appearance of Tianmei made the leader of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion both worried and pleasantly surprised. With a powerful helper like Tianmei, even the expert behind Tian might not be able to destroy the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. After all, there were 2 great Emperor Realm experts guarding the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. It was absolutely impossible to destroy the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. The most important thing now was the 5 extreme space and the Immortal Mansion ranking battle. Entering the 5 extreme space this time was very dangerous. Not only did Yang Hongwu have to face opponents from the other 3 Immortal Mansions, but he also had to face the scheme of Sun Gong, the Supreme Elder of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Yang Hongwu had killed the Sky Region's emissary, Sun Neng. Sun Gong wouldn't let go of this opportunity so easily. He would definitely take action in the 5 extreme space. This was because only the 5 extreme space could perfectly descend his will. As the Supreme Elder of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, although his cultivation hadn't broken through to the Great Emperor Realm, his fighting strength was very terrifying. His cultivation was infinitely close to the Great Emperor Realm. Even if his fighting strength wasn't as strong as a Great Emperor Realm expert, it wouldn't be too weak. Moreover, he had supreme treasures in his hands. Now, you don't have to worry about the safety of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. However, the 5 extreme space is very dangerous. You'll be in great danger this time. The leader of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion said, "Now, apart from you, no one else is qualified to enter the 5 extreme space. The strength of the others is too weak. They'll just die if they enter." Tianyi Immortal Mansion was a powerful sect in Ancient Domain. In fact, it used to be the #1 sect in Ancient Domain. But now, it didn't even have 2 outstanding geniuses among the younger generation of Ancient Domain. The only person who could possibly perform outstandingly in the 5 extremities space in the Immortal Palace ranking tournament was actually only one person. This was too ironic. Originally, there was still Ao Tianyi, but he hadn't thought that Ao Tianyi's soul jade tablet would shatter. That proved that Ao Tianyi was dead. Although he had long known that Ao Tianyi had hidden many things from him, because he cherished talents, Leader Tianyi had not made a move or pursued the matter. He had only hoped that Ao Tianyi would turn over a new leaf. But in the end, he did not even know how Ao Tianyi died. This made Leader Tianyi extremely gloomy. He had originally wanted to raise Aotiani as the successor of the Tiani immortal abode, but now he had fallen to such a state. In other words, I'm the only one from our Tiani immortal mansion that will be entering the immortal mansion ranking tournament? Yang Hongwu was startled when he heard his words. That's right. If the others go, they will only be a burden to you. It's better not to go, Leader Tiani said. After all, this time was different from the previous years. In the previous years, there was no such ferocious guy like Zetian. That guy was very terrifying and ferocious. Once he encountered a disciple of the Tiani Immortal Mansion, he would definitely not let them go easily. If they encountered him, they would definitely die. Although Yang Hongwu's strength was strong, his strength was not enough to defeat Zetian. He could only protect himself. Of course, this was just Leader Tiani's guess. Therefore, there was no benefit for the others to enter the Five Extremities space. It was better to let Yang Hongwu go alone, without any burden. This time, it would depend on whether Yang Hongwu could obtain great benefits in the Five Extremities space, increase his strength, and then suppress Zetian. Yang Hongwu was a person of great fortune. Leader Tiani knew this and did not doubt it at all. As for the others, they were far from it. Actually, there's no need to be so worried. Yang Hongwu thought for a moment and said, I can still bring a few people in, but I can't guarantee their safety 100%. Whether they live or die depends on their luck. Okay. Leader Tiani hesitated for a moment and said, okay, it's up to them. Since Yang Hongwu said so, it proved that he still had some confidence. I can restrain Zetian. As for the others, their lives are up to fate. Are you confident? Leader Tiani looked at Yang Hongwu. Although Yang Hongwu's tone was very confident, he was still a little worried. If it's not possible, you'd better think of yourself first. These words were very clear. He could ignore the others. If there was no other way, he only needed to take care of himself. After all, for Leader Tiani and the Tiani Immortal Mansion, as long as Yang Hongwu was still there, the Tiani Immortal Mansion would not fail. Okay. Yang Hongwu nodded. 3 days later. Yang Hongwu brought Yuji and the others to the entrance of the Five Extreme Space. There wasn't only one entrance to the Five Extreme Space. Each of the 4 immortal mansions had one entrance, and there was another one that was jointly controlled by the other major forces of the ancient region. Are you ready? Leader Tiani looked at the disciples of the Tiani Immortal Mansion who were preparing to enter the Five Extreme Space with a serious tone. These disciples were the elites of the Tiani Immortal Mansion, and they were all geniuses. However, he knew that less than 10% of these people would be able to survive after entering the Five Extreme Space. More than 50 people. It would be pretty good if only 5 of them could survive. However, he was a little surprised. Why would Yang Hongwu let Gu Shaoxian, Yuji, and even Little Miss Muddle enter the Five Extreme Space? Could it be that he was confident in protecting their safety? However, since Yang Hongwu didn't say anything, he didn't ask anymore. After all, everyone had their own trump cards and secrets. They wouldn't casually reveal them to others, not even the people closest to them. He just hoped that Yang Hongwu would do his best. I'm ready. I'll emphasize again. This time, the Five Extreme Space is filled with danger. It's very likely that you won't be able to come out after entering. Therefore, you must be mentally prepared. In fact, the biggest threat in the Five Extreme Space is not the natives of the Five Extreme Space, but the Zetian from the other 4 immortal mansions. Therefore, if you encounter the Zetian, you must avoid them as much as possible. Moreover, this time, your captain is Yang Hongwu. All of your actions must follow Yang Hongwu's command. Do you understand? Understood, everyone replied loudly. Although some people were dissatisfied, they didn't dare to show it. Chapter 779. Parting ways with a flash of light, Yang Hongwu and the girls appeared in a special space. This was the Five Extreme Space. The Five Extreme Space was not as rich as imagined. Instead, it was very desolate. divine consciousness is suppressed. Spiritual chi is thin. What do we do now? Many disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Abode looked at Yan Hongwu. After all, he was the leader of the Tianyi Immortal Abode. Let's go. At this moment, someone waved his hand, and a group of people walked towards him. Yang Hongwu narrowed his eyes. This guy was really good at hiding. Xianyuan Qinglong, what do you mean by this? Gu Qingsong frowned. Are you going to disobey the leader's order? I don't believe that Yan Hongwu is unwilling to be his henchman. Xianyuan Qinglong said coldly. What right does he have to lead us? Just because he's the leader's disciple? Do you know that this 5 extreme space ranking battle is related to the future of the entire Tianyi Immortal Abode? Gu Qingsong was furious. Xianyuan Qinglong, Gu Qingsong, and Ao Tianyi were the 3 most outstanding disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Abode. Due to Ao Tianyi, Xianyuan Qinglong and Gu Qingsong were not well known, but many people still knew about them. So what? Do you want us to help Yan Hongwu? Xianyuan Qinglong sneered. I'm not that stupid to give my opportunity to him. We'll risk our lives for him, and he'll reap the benefits? That's right. Senior brother Xianyuan is right. We're not that stupid. The others who were with Xianyuan Qinglong echoed loudly. Yang Hongwu's eyes narrowed. He did not expect such a situation to occur as soon as he entered the 5 extreme space. However, this was nothing to Yan Hongwu. The fewer people there were, the less burden there would be. Yan Hongwu sensed a lot of special auras nearby. These auras should belong to the aboriginals of the 5 extreme space. These aboriginals were not weak. Apart from Xianyuan Qinglong, Gu Qingsong, and the others, there weren't many who could contend against him. Forget it, Gu Qingsong. They don't want to go with us, so there's no need to force them. Yang Hongwu waved his hand. But, Gu Qingsong still wanted to say something, but Yang Hongwu waved his hand and said, there's no need. They chose their own path. We can't force them. I'll do my best to ensure your safety. As for them, since they chose to leave, it's none of our business. You have to think about it carefully. The 5 extremities space is full of dangers. Although there are many opportunities in the 5 extremities space, there are also many dangers. The most important thing is that Zetian from the Tai Immortal Mansion is very powerful. You all know that. Once he encounters people from the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, he will not show any mercy. Zetian's target is you. Do you think we don't know what you're thinking? Xianyuan Qinglong sneered. You want us to help you stop Zetian? What a good plan. Don't be fooled by him. I know Yang Hongwu and Zetian were sworn enemies in the ancient wilderness. Yang Hongwu used despicable means to set up Zetian. That's why Zetian hates him so much. This time, Zetian will deal with Yang Hongwu first in the 5 extreme space. If you follow Yang Hongwu, you'll be hunted down by Zetian. If you don't want to die and become Yang Hongwu's cannon fodder, I advise you to leave with me. Xianyuan Qinglong's performance made Yang Hongwu's eyes flash with a cold light. This guy is really not simple. Not only did he take some people away, but he also wanted to incite the remaining disciples. Those who want to stay can stay. Those who don't, I won't force you. It's up to you to choose whether to trust me or Xianyuan Qinglong. Yang Hongwu smiled gently, not giving any explanation to Xianyuan Qinglong's words. As soon as he finished speaking, some people walked towards Xianyuan Qinglong. There weren't many people left by Yang Hongwu's side. Apart from Yang Hongwu's woman, the others were Gu Qingsong. They were all disciples of Tianling Peak and Godslaying Peak. All of you, take care of yourselves. After Yang Hongwu finished speaking, he waved his hand and led the rest of the people forward. Damn it. Xianyuan Qinglong and the others are too despicable. Gu Qingsong was furious. They actually went against the leader's words. Yang Hongwu was very surprised that Gu Qingsong stayed behind. Don't worry about it. Yang Hongwu smiled. It's actually better if there are fewer people. I don't need to spend so much effort. Yang Hanwu waved his hand and Mauer appeared on his shoulder. Mauer's strength had also improved tremendously. Her cultivation base had already reached the honorable realm. In fact, at this level, the cat could already transform. It was just that the cat liked to stay on Yang Hongwu's body, on his shoulder. Therefore, even if the cat's strength had reached the level of transformation, it still turned into its original form and did not transform into a human. Brother, there's a place with rich spiritual qi up ahead. Mauer said. Let's go there first. Yang Hongwu's eyes lit up. The 5 extreme space was full of danger. Ordinary places had much thinner spiritual qi than Tianyi Immortal Abode. However, if they encountered a place with rich spiritual qi, there would definitely be treasures. If it wasn't spiritual herbs or spiritual herbs, then it would be some other treasures. There might even be the inheritance of some super experts. There was once someone who obtained the inheritance of an invincible great emperor in the 5 extreme space. What did an invincible great emperor mean? This was something that everyone knew. All the disciples who came in, without exception, hoped that they could obtain the supreme inheritance and obtain great benefits. We should be careful. Gu Qingsong said, Junior brother Yang, I know that you're powerful. However, this is a strange place after all. We're not familiar with the people and the place. Moreover, this place is full of danger. It's always good to be careful. I think we should send someone to investigate first. After making sure there's no big threat, the others will go together. It doesn't matter. Yang Hongwu's tone was very confident. If there's any problem or danger, I'll protect everyone. Moreover, it's more dangerous to go alone. It's better for everyone to move together. Since Yang Hanwu had said so, Gu Qingsong didn't say anything more. However, a few rays of light flashed in his eyes. Although these rays of light were hidden very deeply, they were still caught by Yang Hanwu. You're tuning into the Mythic Realms YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.